الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين. ألف لام ميم تنزيل الكتاب لا ريب فيه من رب العالمين أم يقولون افتراه بل هو الحق من ربك لتنذر قوما ما أتاهم من نذير من قبلك لعلهم يهتدون الله الذي خلق السماوات والأرض وما بينهما في 6 أيام ثم استوى على العرش ما لكم من دونه من ولي ولا شفيع أفلا تتذكرون يدبر الأمر من السماء إلى الأرض ثم يعرج إليه في يوم كان مقداره 1000 سنة مما تعدون ذلك عالم الغيب والشهادة العزيز الرحيم الذي أحسن كل شيء خلقه وبدأ خلق الإنسان من طين ثم جعل نسله من سلالة من ماء مهين ثم سواه ونفخ فيه من روحه وجعل لكم السمع والأبصار والأفئدة قليلا ما تشكرون وقالوا أإذا ضللنا في الأرض أإنا لفي خلق جديد بل هم بلقاء ربهم كافرون قل يتوفاكم ملك الموت الذي وكل بكم ثم إلى ربكم ترجعون ولو ترى إذ المجرمون ناكسوا رؤوسهم عند ربهم ربنا أبصرنا وسمعنا فارجعنا نعمل صالحا إنا موقنون ولو شئنا لآتينا كل نفس هداها ولكن حق القول مني لأملأن جهنم من الجنة والناس أجمعين فذوقوا بما نسيتم لقاء يومكم هذا إنا نسيناكم وذوقوا عذاب الخلد بما كنتم تعملون إنما يؤمن بآياتنا الذين إذا ذكروا بها
Assalamu alaikum bari wolo tabam sehu call bismillah UDP online bantaba bi telelongo August karo to the floor 2021 sign right now the clock is 18:15 p.m. across the UK right now 19:15 p.m. in Europe 5:15 p.m. in the Gambia it should be 10:15 a.m. in Seattle right now mbal bismillah Monday's edition of Political Perspective Show. Al-Dunia Dawada. Welcome again. And thank you for logging on to UDP Online Bantaba. Kalten Dukal Jai, back for your continued support to this platform from the beginning. And you're still with us. You're still with us. Thank you so much. Mina Monday's edition of Political Perspective Show. The program that will animate the lot of comment that in Alforanola. No Dalilo Flali Nero demanding Alama Dua Jabila. alama alquran wala barako jilan dol be kan ani sabante frewolu alama nemo jilan na banko kan ani dunia fo in general be dunani programme men fonon kono alama ngaduma kono kayra kono ngofunda kono kayra kono mina diamo nen fola jasi ke diam sahari ngoti be alon ko sente na fa tol na fa ay Gambia banko na fa ay United Democratic Party na fa masatala si jata kendol na jata kendal continuously menen bulu fo sa soto animal masut masatala sa tila me duala folan sabante fewoli alama ni mani ko kele and in that vein di wato ko candidate bakele being aje UDP Alpha ba Yakuba Drame Joshua Obanta ni wato kono ko ya Adam Darboe Darboe la tibu so be UK jam fanan oncle Alhaji Ibu Ndour fanan banta so be ngaje ko bi fanan ami soldaro dole fanan banda per mendi Mariatu Kujabi fanan men keta camera la na mo ñoti ko banta Nottingham ko me wolon brembe programme wala pa camera me alon ko na broda kendolom lamin camera la broda lom lawyer Bori Touré la broda la sister fana bijam Khadija to camera ngata sambati Nottingham wolon for brembe programme wala we have to instantly stop the fundraising as a mark of respect so yeah adam fanang na bari ma banta Gambia wala di bondo so kasama konton ni molbeya and in the respective families alama demani ko for kala talal be tala tomal alama ala yesu arjana senewala alama bi ila salami ila bari wal bulu and I want to express our deepest condolences to the bereaved families. The unprecedented death levels in Gambia right now, we're experiencing it on a daily basis. We know these are things beyond our control. Hadamani manara wato si direct feriti Mario nae men commande la register of dangu. So ma duani nembe UDPK chapter mo be fanan $10 of the leadership of Lamin Konate. Asango kontom the bereaved families in the UK. Menkata ya Adam Tianake ma Ipsa Drame. And Menkata Pa Kamarati. We were on the call with the families and we extended condolences. Nottingham branch from the Temple Bake for playing the positive role in play Sango Kondom. So while not being a program that in Alfrano la Pro Kadua Sabante Frewol Bay Alama Nemanin for Kele. Mboka Manglana Bismillah Yusufullah Bantaba Tei Londi Nyari February August the political perspective so programme obviously they ko dora alquran legi de def lolu way lu war lolu fani mom dafa hala tanga dafa meti dibi barki demba tay ma nga gis ne kilifa bu mag xamne supporter UDP la ba Yankuba Drame ni ko jos woni ne mo gëna aduna ni ko ñaanal ak nijaay ya Adam Darboe mi ni ko jëkëri Ipsa Drame doomi Yaya Darboe broda ñoom broda Yaya moo gaañu late Ibu Ndour nekka bepare ñu am jabari Pa Camara nga nekka Nottingham keroog bi doon am programme bi you must have heard us announce that jabaram moo génn àdduna Nottingham démba jaale nañ bepare ñu ngi jaale Mr Camara moom mooy broda lawyer Lamin Camara lawyer bu mag Gambia tey ak lawyer Bori Touré from a very, very, very noble family. Manzahame, there's a close connection between them and I. It was been never neutral high school. The Madam Jackson Kill, and sister Rita with movie Nottingham, Khadija to Kamara. Beparate, I mean, Degan and Yune, Kuneka commander, Gambian on ABC, no barracks mountain, Gena Adula. So, Limom. time on the Thai. These things are coming. So we extend my heartfelt condolences to everybody. Mbaɗigol nimbototo rek comme nga fale ñamin bi ñanta luntam fla soto la jam men keta Yaya Darboe ti anin Mboge Saidykhan Mboge chairman of the Diaspora committee binala ñato demandi pour kakkaca kodol la e lafta kodolu jaabi la e lafta diyam la kodol la ko kol sénéandi ka na UDP platform ol use surtout diyamol mel yalon ko jahlo wartana banko kan nembota président bulu Adama Barrow. So nim Mboge duntana rek anin Yaya mbe kacak la bar janningi binala nteben na kacandingol sutali jam Gambia ngamera mbe tembo mento mo Gambia din kendoti yela banko kanu ye concern sort Gambia ye e nyanta dewul na bake be pare ye malu ye sunu na banko bita kan nyame alama alfa la duwa jabila na banko bota nyin taran bulo kan nyin December nyin election nga dunga kono kayre ko nga funda kayre ko nga banko bondi nyin hado molu bulu mol mel yalon ko itol hakilo man to fenkam pour que si president yala kan banko la na fulo ka pasar ka tinya wala itol la hamoti bari ka bampuri men ko ma wala itol lafta banko kanola le bari hani tonya jaaje kese kilenti ji inengol be diari ni diam taje si ala talla tofo Adama Barrow na la kafo kata alaji dembo by force I belong to Musa Drame the clique of the NPP people ni diam tajam isafo ko itolle Gambia kan molti bari ndela miroroto ñunu lafta silale kan nafulo Mumbai itol dingol be palasol to itol fongol ba enjoy la banko dingol be tora kan ñune la dalilot amanka fengo fenti ñin tilbulo ni ko yata bak ni ko yala wati wari bari ni ko yata mbe do ko la na Facebook ko mala nga ay Africa je be Adama Barrow la meeting with almamuli wala broadcast ngo okay mbatu nga na sound system okay on nga la muy demanding for a couple of minutes dirim dun taje nga na alpha ba bawo ala kebaya nto to ala mo abulu mo me alpha ba nase disagree bar mo manyana nenna mo manyana doyala ala di dembo by force ne alon ko aketatum former national president of United Democratic Party bari jani mbedi amolo continue la fanam many opportunities like Gina Bass alimbe nga congratulate Gambia la bori la ba ni alon ko ay be contanindi ay medal soto in Tokyo na jele a borita second position ta molba siakam so Gina Bass definitely Gambia dingo be ngante contant la aning the other athletes many alon ko be Gambia represent in Japan right now. So we at least we have something to smile about. We have something to be proud of us people. Nyanta befitting welcome anyanta wala shotola after the Gambia Gina Bass masa kuna nyanta kilale Gambia no bele nyanta airport to ka welcome ka titarola banko dingo nabe kuke kam banko toyala abe banko la to furani la dame me alon ko nyabolom a mbele nyanta kontan nae hello Khadijatu Bailaba nadali nebe nadi. All right, so bravo Gina Bass, and I hope the government of the Gambia will do that. Nalongo ibuka fenkedi mol mi heklo blandi mol, and they cannot politicize. Gina Bass is for every Gambian. Amantara low UDP, amantara NPP, alingan na successful athletes and sport personalities. Kamtal Gambia football Scorpions ilan dam manke momanya na politicized. Momanya na political dunaje Gambia dingo be nganta celebrate ala welcome ali political bondije Gina Bass should be celebrated by every well-meaning Gambian. So I want to take this opportunity about you people line bantaba Gina Bass to say bravo Gachingalama Gina, we are extremely proud of you. Janembe Wande Molo celebrate la Alingam Fongol la Molo celebrate. And I want to thank all the people Meli Alonko they took to their timelines on social media. WhatsApp or Lombang, Facebook or Lombang, Proka Gina celebrate. Banku din kendo be nyanda jina kala janni bita Senegalese ol mafu man nyana banku dol, but charity begins at home. We should show that and we should demonstrate that. Lord, you want to def, celebrate. Gina Bass, you congratulate ko. Ndambu amni ndami Gambia, ndami president bi, ndami ngurugi, ndam UDP, ndam any political party. Buñ duga politics li. Sports mom, suñ duga politics rek dafa indi problem. Sports mom, you should all be united. Dafa mel comme Independence Day. Independence Day for every Gambian, right? Remembrance Days for every Gambian. Lolu yep waruñoo boole politique. So bravo Jena Bass. Tey wax naa la dina am fi ay ñaari kilifa UDP Mboge Saidykhan mi xam ne suñ Diaspora chairman dafa war a join ak Yaya Darboe dina ñëw fi leeral ay wax yoo xam ne Adama Barrow wax na ko waaw balaa gars yi di dugg rek man dinaa lebam tey wax naa ne dama am naxar bu ma am naxar bu ma am mooy dama doon déglu Alaaji Dembo by force waaye Musa Dramé moom bu mu stadi wax rek foofu laa fay. I couldn't stand it. I couldn't just continue. Dembo by force ngal la moya ba fo kanko abe jam ka almamuli akoy nyanta karto fayla Adama Barrow le ni election na bototo 2026 fana ya fay 2031 fana ya fay kamta ako alafta Adama e Gambia mara sangi tan dolo ate ala forole fala naniyo bari monente kamfa me niyo kuyanna bankola fukoto fumoto na dina nyatun koro nyimmansa kunda nyaka fayda tale nyimmansa kunda talal fuka almamul kumandi ka fuko al carte o fay Adam Barrow kamto ko almamul woluma long ni nyi candidate lo nyanta kate fo atolte almamul bulala wol mu kebalati wol mu dina nyatun ko lati wol la palaso ya fale wol la tala crossiro la bawi la carte wol be tabe bulu ni dunda boxo ko ya fay mona na state house be kala politique dolati o niyo kuyata baki tay dama am nahar billahi Gambia affaire Gambia dafa doy war léegi da nga di xalaat affaire Gambia nga xalaat ñun lan moo ñu dal Sénégal da ngeen dee gis façon yi foofu da ngeen gis Macky Sall invite Elimani state si palais bi da nga ne Kailen Sanima Sénégal am na fi elections alkali dem nañ state house léegi Elimani KMC dem nañ ale nga doit Moussa Dramé ale nga doit président o makoy Issa se gagné ñi diamu si fa le photo meeting dola State House mu Gambia bile tati State House is for every Gambian State House du place politique yefi politics State House dañ ko defar pour njiiti bi président bu ku nekk si togo bi nga deka fofu nonu nga mëna liggéeyal wa Gambia du pour sa parti bi so bëgg yefi parti da nga dem ci sa political bureau yalon Gambia njud njaaj membe Gambia wala fina Gambia fon tolu namira danko sometimes wala ka na banko to nya mantra fasa kan na banko kan keba mukalafol kasi ka hani ala itola intereso kama itola fita pour ka domoro ke yo nga bëgg lek yow da nga bëgg pour sa domi continue nek ci place lolu jaral na la nga def lo xamne jaadut te soko def sa do re falle do re helat sa bamel li mu ma naxar tay te jarna doomu rew bu nek nga am naxar waye fu ñoo mëna change li moy doomi Gambien bu nek yore nga gis sa dekk xololo Yaya Darboe xololo any leader dekk bi nga jital affaire dekk bi moy ta nga ne wa dama sani Yaya Darboe du ne yefi Yaya Darboe mo mon ne affaire Gambia mo wara tax nga joxal Yaya Darboe sa carte nga jox ko tam pour mu rule Gambia si dega so demé be nga gis ne defut ko den mu nga am sa carte nga ne waaw ki de kuma jox suma carte disavour ko li moy njëriñu démocratie bari Gambia la ko bala fo war ika sile nuyo kuya ye discourage ya fo fontol la banko kon tonya fo muslime an kam fonna fawlo da kalola fo muslime a gentol son la bokon alaji dembo bay force ke baba ay asanjo siata muslimo le mati aya lonne men correct men mon correct ka baro support o mala civic right lati pour ka karto fay baro la atene musa tane bari man nyanto soto ka almamul kumandi KMC ka fo le ko ali karto fay baro ye alla wo man correct am silati ni momo fay amal talal anonte mallaka tonya fay president yake gambi hani UDP man sakunda yake deba condemnal ale nya tonya fasa na banko kan president ya ala le baro sindije ni ala kala watu be bolaje alse dunia almamul be kumandi albe pisal kanne NPP al pisal alla pisalo fo mo buka kalangolo almamul alwol bondi mo la politiko kono bari nga almamul fanan to nyalo ikoni alfa ye kumandi ite dan wala bari ni nga tara barobal kumandi la ginela du kanal kanata ko tenki nin ka kayro le preach pour aller diamol la mimbaroto aller to nyal fasa baro ni ndiamo be kele man diamo moy di corruption bari ali la moy ni almamola men diam tan surwa kamala ay même fo wo mam fo ni meeting dula bu ko wote folaji ali la moy
al fasadul idari te loolu moy suma waxtanu tay bi moy corruption al fasadul idari corruption bi nga xamne dafa ramtan ci Gambie in particular corruption dafa dem ba fi ne li ma gën a jaaxal fi ne mooy am daanaka benn Gambien bu gëm ne nit mën naa jub maanaam suñu demee ba jàpp ne corruption njub la fii la dangerous ñëwee fii la denjaana suñu demee ba nit ñi sax xam nañ ne corruption njuba di la ngay tiit di ragal tiitu na waaye dem nañ ba fi ne corruption mooy njubal mooy njub safaan la mooy njubal soo jiite woon tey place ay nit nekk ci seen gannaaw nga ne corruption du fi am danañu dem ci sëriñ luñ am danañ ko def diw sàngam moo bon moo ñu xol diw sàngam dafa añaan ku bon la ku bugg dara moom du nit ku bugg dara luñ mën danañ la ko def parce que yow yaay ci gën a bon moo tax léegi daanaka office yi koo fa gis ñu di ko joxoñ baaraam naan moo fi gën a bon su yeboo nga ne moom mooy ko fa gën a baax su fekkee wàll boobu xanaa leen de am na ñoo xam ne ñoo gën a korop waaye duñ nangu kenn korop ñoom itam ñu bon lañ nekk ci office bi lépp luy corruption danañ ko def waaye duñ nangu nag kenn korop su ko defee ñëpp danañ la bañ te bañ gën la bañ dégg la ngir ne yow ku bon nga amaa su fekkee ne yow koroptuloo waaye da ngay tere nit ñi corruption bu boobaa ak lu mën a wax dara du la wàññi dara te doomu aadama yi ma waxal leen billahi kenn mënalul kenn dara kenn defalul kenn dara xaw ma naka laay def ba nit ñi mën a gëm loolu ne kenn mënalul kenn dara wallahi kenn mënul laa jëriñ wallahi kenn mënul laa wax mënta ne ku la ko wax waxul dëgg ku la wax loolu waxul dëgg suñ ko mënoon doomu aadama yi suñ mënoon loolu àddina tukki na doomu aadama yi suñ mënoon a jëriñ ak loolu àddina tukki na nit ñi dañoo soxor dafay am koo xam ne da nga koy bañ rek day dee léegi wala day dof léegi soo gisee mbir yi di dox mbir yi suma borom moo ko yoree te suma borom kenn mënu koo corrupt te dafa am ay agencies ay malaayika yoo xam ne mu xarrabuuna lay kenn mënu leen a corrupt ñoom ñooy doxal mbir yi naka laay def ba jullit ñu mën a gëm lii su ko defee nga jël sa bopp takk ko ci yàlla nekk ci njub boo faalee ci kenn doo ci doo ragal képp koo foog ne mën na laa lor na jariñ boppam gis nga nit ñi wax nii la di la jéem a lor xam nga lu tax ñu di la jéem a lor pour mën a jëriñ seen bopp waaw ku mënta jëriñ boppam mën naa lor keneen yow waa ji nga xam ne moo lay tere corruption ba tax nga ne da nga koy xeex da ngay dem ca sëriñ ba wala da ngay dem ca nangam ak nangam yow kay jëriñoo rek yow alal la nga bëgg wala nangam fexeel nga jëriñu rek ba nga demee ba mënuloo jëriñ sa bopp kon mënuloo a lor kenn te dama leen ci jox naa leen ci ay exemple fii ci Gambia ak ba ma nekkee électricien moto électricien laa nekkoon ca PWD public works bépp public works li ci ëpp yëpp fa la corruption ëppee parce que li ñuy jàpp mooy mbir mi kenn moomu ko gouvernement moo ko moom te xamuñ ne ñoom ñooy gouvernement lépp lu ñu yàq seen bopp la ñuy yàq lan lañ ma waxoon lan moo tax ba resign ba Kickstarter boo xam ne broche moo ci yàqu benn broche ma wax ne broche moo yàqu ma defar broche bi suma collègues yi ci liggéeyukaay yi ñëpp saaga ma mer ne ma yow yaay yàq office bi ma ne lu xew parce que man gan laa xaw ma lu xew ñu ne ma du yaa ngi nii ñu ngi la employé di la fay daily pay weer bés juróom-benn dara si daily pay lay lekk te yow rek yaa fi am certificat fii ngay toog 2 years kenn du la staff te wax nañ dëgg te loolu corruption la loolu di seen corruption la nit ki am ak am doo ko jël corruption si dañoo bare façon ah kon yow doo am dara ma ne ay yéen ñu ngeen di amee ñu ne ma da nga waroon a joxe report ci Kickstarter bi loo xam ne su yàqoo ci Kickstarter kenn mënatu koo defar mbir mi mbiram government la dinañ la jox Kickstarter bu bees su ko defee nga defar bu màggat bi posé ko ci oto ba dem jaay sa bu bees bi loolu la ñuy amee billahi lii lañ ma wax keroog ca guddi mosuma am ñaan bu nangoo noonu ma toog jóg ba guddi ma julli ñaari rakk ñaan yàlla ne ko génne ma ci place bi balaa ma nekk sàcc ma tu benn ay bés ñu woo ma ne ma kaay jël sa scholarship loolu moo tax ma def jàngi islamique scholarship am naa beneen boo xam ne ñemewu ma ko wax te corruption la te taxoon nañu dàq ma ci place ngir dimbale government aar government ci yàq bi nga xam ne ay nit a koy yàq ci corruption su ko defee ñooñu yaay seen noonu dañuy dem ci ki nga xam ne mooy kilifa boole laa moom diw dafa bon fii la xar gaar maama jur baay su fekkee dañoo ko borom nga yàq leen nit mën a def danañ la jéem a yàq waaye yàq buñ ma mos a yàqalee yëkkatiku la cama bépp mbir fépp fu ma mos a jaar fépp fu ma xeexee dara ci loolu ba am coppeeku ci man coppeeku booga yëkkatiku bu mag lay doon ci man boo xam ne damay wax ne su ma yëgoon gaaw càggee loolu foo koy jëlee il faut nga jàpp ne yàlla mooy sa borom il faut nga jàpp ne yàlla mooy joxe yàlla mooy xañ nit ñi nañ ragal yàlla nañ takk seen bopp ak yàlla bu leen jël seen bopp jox ko nit ñi nañ xam ne toppale mënut a jox kenn dara léeg-léeg nga gis koo xam ne dundam yëpp toppale la koy def waaye at the end of the day léeg-léeg lépp daf koy fajo wala mu dee def safar lan mooy faydaay alal joo xam ne danga ko fi ba léegi mbaa mu bala fi léegi nga dem ci place boo xam ne dund la bu dul jeex nga dugg ci mbugal moo xam ne du mos a jeex lan moo la ci dugal ko nangu bokk yi nañ xam ne corruption fi mu tàmbalee si suñu réew fii te kenn respecté ku ko daanaka mooy dañ lay employé jox la terms of references waxtu sàngam ci ngay tey waxtu sàngam ngay wàcc soo liggéey seen nangam ngay liggéey nga wàcc jot ci loolu nga war a ne li gën a garaaw ci Gambia mooy li ñuy tuddee jikko bi gën a foor nga xam ne mooy yóbbu réew kanam ñun moom lañ gën a nekk te mooy discipline.
yow mbaari loolu mbokk yi ñun ñoo déggal loolu Imam Ousmane Jah di ko gërëm bu baax a baax te it looks like history is repeating itself bala nguuri PPP bi daanu late Bishop Michael Cleary foog naa I think late la moom moo waxoon Radio Gambia ne nguuri PPP corruption dafa bari foofu noonu and this is election year State Department wax nañ ko British MPs wax nañ ko léegi benn imam wax na si mimbar Gambia ne corruption dafa fees Gambia te bu nga wax government officials yi yéen a ngi gis cameraman mu ngi face camera on them high ranking government officials ñu si foofu dafa mel ni gis naa fa kunuro Mamboure Njie sa de xaw ma ndax moom la gis naa fa secretary general toog so ñu ngi gërëm imam bi waaye imam yi dem State House gisuñ fa corruption discussing corruption ñoom lu ñoo discuss rek mooy naka la Barrow di am karta yëpp pour imam yi sani man I want to condemn this xam naa ne su condemnation bi gars yi faale wuñ ko waaye doomi Gambien la dinaa condemn xam naa ne ay faale wuñ ma waaye lu ngeen def nii dafa ñaaw ba dembo aliye menke jam amanke silati ama aliye Gambia dimula laftole kunami la andal beni action o menna amam betea for free and fair election. President mo manyan almamul kumandila alkalul ka banko dingol kumandi state house ka incumbency use to his advantage is called cheating, broad daylight cheating. Whether alinganio ketalie famankalie election on abikala sa Dawda Kairaba Jawara taala me alango beduna la kul kono nyato do mandi yani na lon tangol bina a abadi madi am tale Musa Basadi Jawara ala audio be janne ngafole batle la janne maybe towards the end of the program or before, because being alone down will show. Bari alaji sada do kera baja wala tala anamana ni sifake anamana almamul kumandi state hani yaya jamme na la yaya jamme ya ndana mana ni sifa jala de ka almamul kumandi bele electionole tambita dun jam baroli yaya jamme lo ma yaya jamme ja almamul kumandi alkalul kumandi akoy ko alkarte o fayni tumando ase alkalo bari namana ja ka state house use campaign la teleka banko be yayi ak alkalo use le bari komen ka almamul kumandi state house oto sanyi mo nim fulante namana ja ya jam yake atol men ben jibe kam right now 522 people watching me on the computer, 456 on Facebook, the rest on YouTube. Momo yaje ala fonni ko aliyaje lente se musel limaji ya jambe namana almamul kumlo nyiatande ko baro la ko malo wartane Adama Barrow is a disgrace. Atamida disgrace of Fongolani. Adama Barrow la delusional behavior sa aya futandula. Te malum fo nying malum mune be nyinna. Malum mune dunta bala jato kono. Malum panic le dunta bar Adama Barrow. Adama mala president ya mutamuneti. Ite be president ya sotola. Imam almamul kumandi. Wotu be opposition yalla. Ni te dankene yatale. Ila do ko ke ila policies wafi ya banko be yayi ya fo mole ko al katro faji baral afata al mamol la ko ko state house al mamol jama babi je ngalon ko dol mal support na Musa Dramé la dia mom moy le fa could not continue Musa Dramé wala dangerous ta beti ha ali Adama support dembo ko ngal Adama support sanji tani lolu pour Adama gambe wara sanji tani lolu wallahi man satallati law do wajabe la ba dembo ko Gambien batatale Gambien be complain kan COVID-19 wajabi kan Gambia right now woman kaja state house third wave of COVID wala be Gambia tubabolu will systematically they are dealing with COVID but yalo munam Gambia fa wala problem oti na dole je wobe kunta ya dia mola jantite wajabi la woko Gambia lo be cherry picking na with Gina Bass moment cherry picking malon foyte Lamine Jai fo Lamine Jai le toti ba malon foy be ko moy roko na malon foy comprehension problems. So I did thank all the athletes but Gina Bass la name stands out and it had blood hani football team okono ikam mo dantala je Turkestan Ronaldo Portuguese team adama boka play bari atela name ko stand out je was normal but manke ko Gina Bass damal thank we want to thank all the athletes so ni mon diamo moy Teta Kamomoy kind of more distract. We thank all the athletes that went to Japan. But obviously, Guinea stand out athlete club. For all the other athletes also have to recognize that. Okay? So now the Kafo gonna for more clean toy funti back ala kerology. So that doesn't mean that we are careless picking. We value everybody. All right. So okay, that's the problem. So kind of more distract. All right. You go and write and upload all the athletes and put their pictures on your timeline. You can also do that, and that will be commended. So, lafla memfola jam. Gambia la problem mumuleti. Presidency mun na problem multi. Second one, World National Assembly is Deputy Bungo. Deputy Bungo, total failure, calamity. Yes, we have these big names: Halifa Sallah, Sidi Anjay, Sidi Ajata. But in Gambia National Assembly, you know, yes, the former National Assembly in former BK. Yes, nte wala na opinion and men opinion for it. Wala na deputy wala nte bukela kuma fo. Nte jamaja manganda bo ni deputy wala ko tole. Killing wol bi jele honorable Sana Jawara wolo, honorable Kumba Jaite wolo, Madi Sise and honorable Alad Esdabo and others. Killing wol bi jele me alanko Sise, GDC la Omar Sise. Wolo bi jele me alanko wolo definitely wol be lori la bankole. But greater number of the MPs will there are for themselves. Imantara bankoye. Wala na banko bebe panring. National Assembly is a failure. Gambia na kuran sabanjango. Kuran follow mu state house. Fulanjango National Assembly. Sabanjango moniti hadumo greed. greed, dominate corruption wala Gambia wala kurama de Gambia. Hadu mo mun problem wolati. Anu ningo hablu mo womanke man sakula ramati. Ndolu banko di wolu. Wasabalia wala baro si moloma. Wala na bi dolbe baro support kam. Ba dembo la keba yabe dami. Ba dembo nteta doyala. Nte dem fa fulan mo men se wulu la nte hani la fam. Bari tonya be dami. Bi ba dembo nyante mira la future generations la manya ne mira te kum kilimo kan na fami so baro bulu. Ba baro ya te dingul ke palaso do. Ibe embassy to na be kalamta. Na kalamuta, but we don't want to go there. Abadi ngolo dingol be jël me yalla ko baro yeke diplomatic mission ol. Mbeddi amu kan ñi weekend niyo kuyata bakele. Ñi weekend niyo kuyata bak. Corruption o membe ñi mansa kunda. Amantara mansa kunda to anu ñi manke politique ko. Gambia al nga chahano bula. Ali nga tonya fonna banko kan. This is not about partisanship. The problem we have in Gambia is people are utterly selfish. Ndese wo seri ni selfish to be. Wala mbe bula la barole no. Ko barole se kudi na no. Alondo be mbule experience be mbulu. Mo jama be bula la baro no. Yamul londi la shoto. Imam qualifications or experience. Right? But I want to see Gambia first. This is not about UDP. This is beyond UDP. Adama Barrow has no damn right. Al-Mamul Command State House. Jammeh has never done that. Jammeh never stooped so low with every negativity ascribed to Yaya Jammeh. He is obviously a monster. He was a monster, and I think he's still a monster. He's a killer. He's a murderer. You can give him all those adjectives. But Yaya Jammeh namana Al-Mamul Command State House out of desperation. That's the first time Al-Mamul. And not only when the meeting was called, I thought they will have the decency. Kafoko al Cairo preach sakoma ba kauzuning that irresponsible imamenka moral name. Ali command yes yo for jail. But the introduction, I listened to Badembo telling the imams that they should support Adama Barrow not only for this time but for next time. That's where everything got messed up. Badembo yemenke ndol dindingolu imamaringolu dingolu. Mbafule ne menka amanka silati nte malle la fam ali tonya fasa islamo man la fi nakarola election on go free and fair ani UDP man sakunda le nyingente se huset le ba condemn la mamira UDP man sakunda ni Yaya Darboe ko president Al-Mamul Command State House nte ba condemn la because nte la kaburo mota député nan ngi ali nga tonya fasa na banko kan na banko je. This is the heightened level of irresponsibility. Adama Barrow is completely delusional. Adama Barrow is one of the most irresponsible, very irresponsible. This guy, sometimes I tend to run out of words to describe him. Ite be siri kata president, moli makoi. Ika mune harap tem president yala. Hana yo so ne ko president lala. Mbiri Barrow legere de mode tog. Anybody that supports Barrow, I would say you are not a patriotic Gambian. Yes, it is your civic right to vote for Barrow, but let's listen to Sadawda Jawara Karaba Jawara nephew, Basadi Musa Basadi, I Memfo Barrow, a co-Muslim kendo manyana fang sutiadil Adama Barrow. After the recent utterances, I Memfo, Kobotomo, Yaya Darboe prison, it all tata, Safo Leke Fure Sabato. And not only that, and I come for Jawara family to go for Janina Gesol Binala. We want to talk about this. But Gambia Kurang Jamal Zoto, the executive is a disappointment. The National Assembly, total disappointment. We have corruption. Look, Alajiri State Department spoke about corruption. Did they talk about it in 2018? No, they did not. Today, Gambia is worse off than 2016. Let's not try to be manipulative with issues. Things are worse. Did we have 3.9 metric tons of cocaine in 2019? No, we had it in 2021. 5 months now, nothing been done. Today, Gambia is in a worse situation than 2016. Corruption, Al-Mamul Kafola Mimbaroto, Imam Omar Osman Jah, Wahanako. Look at the statement that they sent to me that the president uttered. The president recently uttered a statement, Adama Barrow, a statement of Global Daily News. President Barrow has said There are people in the country who feel that they are more Gambian than others and go about treating them with contempt. I mean, UDP Legara Walaga. Speaking while meeting with imams of State House, the president said the coming president's election will come as reckoning for such xenophobic people. He's now calling UDP people xenophobic. This is the heightened level of irresponsibility on the part of the president. The president said in a meeting broadcast on Monday by iAfrica TV, there are people in this country who are treating others with contempt. They feel they are real citizens of this country. They own this country and will take it. You have people who feel they are elites, highly educated people, and so own this country and should run this country. They feel they have the majority of the people. But I have said that you can say you own your party, but to say you own the people is false. At least say decorum is false, which comes across better. Moma foko ita leta mu Gambiati. UDP ta de Gambiati. Yaya Darboe ta de Gambiati. Gambia no le denta. Siol bele denta Gambia. Ano moma foko karanal le valuation. Monate na ye criteria ke president la constitutional koko you have to get secondary school qualification. Adam Baro. Ni demo minimum criteria so ita apply la. So karamo man so talla fo le karamo bare ako ikra mo men jutula bari la London tayala ke ka Gambia malundi. Ila London tayala yatine ko kabala height is 500 meters. Ila London tayala yatine bring one China policy for in China. Ye Gambia malundi. Ila London tayala yatine bring na ta jang Commonwealth meeting wala ini Tony Blair meeting wala Tony Blair jututela. Mo ke la mo. Imagine world leaders wala meeting ka jan Sierra Leone na president be global meeting on education. Na Sierra Leone na president jele, na Nigeria la president be Kenya la president be mana nite man naji Adama Barrow. Dunia la fongo jututela because ni jatete kuma faida for the Boris Johnson will not invite you to such a meeting. That is a high level of meeting. Intellect, people with minds, people with brains. Not you. Momeyalanko ye Gambia la president ya dindle to the lowest of the law. Wala ne me commandije. Sierra Leone president womu londi tioleti. Na diam serek you get impressed. Julius Malabio, very level-headed, highly educated, and obviously very presidential. It's a presidential. It's a nasty politics in all of the Gambia. So you left the election win namulela. You try to be a political demagogue. Adama Barrow is trying to be a political demagogue. You want to try to win the hearts and the minds of other people. Purum also come for karanal kama. Ngo. Idingo le kesa makaram motole. Jumale be Gambia man la fi dingo karam. Bi jumale be Gambia hanite man kare kala fi dingo karam. Ikala fi dingo ita university. Because ala fongole londo weda arabu kangolomba to abu kangolomba ala fongole londo kumayandi. Ita nata jani be boss kono to takara do ko wala moma jumale stop pour que they fong ila karam elevé. You chose to look for money. Omila rightly. So ni man karam ni mo le karam bali afo why does that annoy you? Ndebi ni moko sewu sediri ila londoma wala koranot. I will say yes because that's true. But in ila londoma wala economics and finance, I will feel that you at least you are not fair with me because that's what I studied. Right? Nico journalism, yes, maybe I can pick here and there. Nico in science, I don't have londoma wala science. I've got general knowledge in science. I did science when I was in high school. But market advanced study. But when Adama Kamfa Nimol Adama Mankarang. Iman Karela Londo Manjamfa, ite Fongole Afoko. But this is the problem. Corruption of worrying. No be fola. They sign the National Assembly. Supplementary Appropriation Bill. Halifa Salah of all people. Sidiajata of all people. When you learn experience MPD. Mambore Jakataki triple. That supplementary appropriation bill. Woman economy defies the logic of economic reasoning. Nothing there that is convincing. The ambulance also for what? Billions have been pumped into the health sector to the COVID funds. What could only? The audit report is out there. There's a lot of corruption in this government. Begin you weekend. Namo source do start Gambia alien kalamutale ko Yaya Jamaica jo wuli keme wuli taw woro 170,000 wala la monthly paycheck. Ikajo wala kari wala Yaya Jamaica. Brabe bala president ya. Adama Barrow la first salary ya jo 170,000. Bari mune na take be a voucher raised at the accounts department in the State House. Adama la ñi mo friends wala tata complain accountant wala ko ñi jo dayatali. Billah wallah talla hinga ñi mem fo jang. This conversation took place in State House. Mantra fani afoka. Iko Adama ya jibe wuli keme wuli taworo. This was in 2017. Kari follow ya jo 170,000. Second month iko Adama ko doyatali. Astaghfirullah ala advisors wala for Adama la for farmer for mawo kalamata. Malafi kangola. I want to be careful. But the information on mention, either malas more than Sutiatala, Lamin chairman orders, a personal assistant, okay, he ala salary data. So doko kona video is dark. Okay, what is the matter? I can't do anything about that at the minute. As long as you are seeing me, that's more important. You're hearing my voice. Okay, I can't do anything about the video. I'm sorry. Okay, but I am looking at myself on the computer. It doesn't look dark to me, so I don't know whether everybody is looking at it in a dark way. But I think the lightning is quite okay. Okay, so Doko Janaba logo is not dark. So Sirif the Great, look at your device. It's okay. It's okay. All right. So Khalifa and others. So bring off first month salary nada. Ikolamin cham wolle tata kon sita ko amari ko bari ngamala nyin kon natale pour ka falindro ke ka dapasol tala so adama fo namu mo kendoti adama nyanta fola $170,000 is was siatale alintola salary tala ya 140,000 or 150,000 or 20,000 and again adama 10% of his salary meant to more nyin ga ko nyoko adama no nyata adama nyin kala nko ko pasamba jawna de question nyin kale coffee show. I listened to that program and he's asked a question to Peter Gomez. Adama Mulu promised 10% nominally. Ibrahim Sillama answer no, Ibrahim Jisankrema answer no. Up to today, that question has not been answered. All right. Well, Ibrahim Silla is one of the most, I tell him, the biggest disappointment. Ibrahim Silla Roman Baker. Ibrahim Silla is not honest. This is my view. This is my brother. He is not honest. He just after his ministerial job. Nobody is going to give a pass to Ibrahim Silla here. Ibrahim Silla, everything that he fought against is happening in his government. Ibrahim Silla fought against abuse of local authority. Today is happening in Bakari Badge. Bakari Badge wrote on his timeline, I have said that here, Yaya Darboe Alkalol Yusla. Today, the same Bakari Badge is in the cabinet, Adama Barrow is using it, but he's mute because he's a cabinet minister. These are opportunists. The more opportunists are the Palace of the Rom. Ila Karamol Mamfuta Daming, both of them. They are highly educated. Ibrahim Silla and Bakari Badge. All right? Ibrahim Silla doesn't even have a university degree. I'm not saying that you don't have to get a university degree to be educated anyway. But it is another level. It broadens your horizon. University education broadens your horizon. All right? It doesn't mean that you are more intelligent than the other. But it is a fact that university education should normally broaden your horizon. That's the whole essence of going to university. To have that high layer. You think outside the box. You like intuitive, the way you analyze things intuitively should be somewhat different from somebody who hasn't gone through the four corners of the university lectures. Yeah, I understand. But this is the problem. You know, being opportunists already, they are just looking for positions. Because if you have principles, Adama Barrow is using this, Alkalo Yuskam, Almamolo Yuskam, but you fought against that. You complain against that in Jami, but you are in cabinet. Is today, like for example, the things that I am fighting over. Karamba today is fighting against Fenko, wasteful spendings. Ni UDP Masakunana and Karamba today is finance minister, just as an example. And UDP government will run Karamba black principles, so he doesn't believe it because you cannot be in the government, and then the government is also wasting, spending money lavishly. Italian finance minister, then you study in the government, you should resign. Coming, Dr. Samate. Dr. Samate should resign. Dr. Samate, he should resign. Dr. Samate just wants position. He never believed that after the State House and he ranted there, more of the government, and people clap for him. Today he is still in that system where corruption is entrenched for Alma Mulka Fuliko corruption. So Yalong Tonya Lebefokan, look, shame on Gambia Parliament. Gambia Parliament, you are a disgrace. You know why? I told you to for State Department corruption of flag. Gambia National Assembly, Halifa Salah will live following the corruption of flag. Halifa Salah give as example. I'm just talking about the whole National Assembly. Because he's one of the most experienced MPs in that parliament. And in Sidia Jab, long-standing MPs. But it is them. It all the State Department wrote a piece cover corruption, Afrobarometer. They did a survey last week and said 61% of Gambians say there's a lot of corruption in government, and that's unpunished. State Department call, the government is turning a blind eye. And now we have Imam Usman Jah, meant that last Friday someone wrote corruption over Siak and Gambia. So how can all these people be wrong? How can everybody be wrong? But same on the National Assembly the front flag before the State Department does it. Before the 7 MPs, Jeremy Corbyn and others will raise a complaint. What is wrong with our National Assembly? You know, below the pass law. And you know what? Halifa Saleh is the chairman of the PAC, the Public Account, Financial and Public Arts Committee, FPAC, or maybe the speaker, but he's chairperson of one of the committee. The audit report, they're still sitting on it. That audit report has got damning revelations about mismanagement of funds. Nothing has been done. Funds missing. $2.2 million is cash, on the central bank. That very good journalist, Mustafa K. Darboe, he's one of the journalists, he's at the wall of academia. I will give him summa cum laude in terms of the results. He's way above the way and the mentality of a lot of journalists in Gambia. He is an outstanding journalist, par excellence, and Abukala support any political party now. He's just doing his job. He criticizes all the parties, but he independence maintained, and he is doing an investigative journalism. Journalism manke ikamulu interview. What I want to say who said live finance again of journalist. I'm not a journalist. Journalists, so you should just go to the next level. You inform the citizen. Koke no be Gambia, Jumalekafo. Journalist Jumalekafo. Ning COVID-19 me alongo ya bali Madagascar. Jumala ko investigate for Adama Barrow gave an executive order. Put a 2.2 million bondi against the laws of the central bank. Boa Sedi Sonda $2.2 million cash. The usual suspects, Alaji Sise, the foreign minister Tangara, will let out a kodo hand over cash. You yobo si airport be, dugo ko si wolis bi, joko junoma. Can more reveal Mustafa K. Darboe Malagan. Mba tentula mba jaila nyun ko grem. Why bungo repeat it, bungo reveal. What has the National Assembly done about it? Nada. Next 2022, Alinga deputy Sobe will elect, even at the level of the UDP Mafolan. UDP MP or MP and sab below approve. Ye Gambian will fail. The Wanga Pamodo Bojan be a question on Yeninka. Ako UDP Nkolu be Baro blame kam. But UDP Fanang MP sol near sab they as guilty as Baro. Therefore comment a jail. Tonyalom, UDP or UDP and sab can be condemned. Whether you are UDP. Well, I think that three UDP all funded a jam. Kumba Jaitele below pass table for loans. Some of us condemn it because the timing was wrong. We didn't just stop blindly. I condemn that. Karamba to condemn that, and against the background of the UDP MP, be honest with us. Be honest. Any UDP MP any supplement appropriation below, because I asked for the list, my list told you, I will condemn all of them. But one thing is UDP MP Solumanki majority in parliament right now. My majority sure. I remember the election okera deputy Tansabani killing UDP or sort of out of 53. 53 inka karova wala talulu ni saba lafta jesene andila. Ika karova deputy wala talulu ni sabalom. Constitutional Assembly president or private deputy Lulu nominate 5. Wala ka 58 in deputy bungo 58. But the speaker wafana mo nominated like. Lawyer Kumba Jati mo nominated like. Deputy speaker mo nominated like. And ungamela the other lady me alamko ya something yina halale afana mo nominated like. All right. So UDP deputy mo ni saba. Ngamela nga deputy Sayle Baye for kolon. You can correct me. But deputy mo ni saba de mbuji. So plus Yakumba, plus the deputy speaker, that's 25, right? The other nominated member, Woman Taraya, Speaker Buka Kartofai, right? So at most we have got 26. So simple arithmetic, 58 minus 26 is what? 32. So my majority solo. So UDP the bill stop la no me alonko it requires simple majority. Instead below men spend stop no. Wolo me alonko you require 75% trustful. Ko barola deputy woli constitutional men stop to go to the second reading. The draft constitution what it requires 75%. So niatara num komen nying supplemental appropriation bill requires 75% threshold, then UDP the deputy will damasa stop no. But this one requires simple majority. So deputy Tansaman Fula, Wolu UDP we rely on DOI, we rely on PPP, we rely on independent, we rely on GDC, APRC to stop any bill. But that doesn't take away the fact that UDP or UDP support, they will criticize you and Pamodu should criticize that person as Kobeka Barola will criticize you. We have to be fair. We have to remove partisanship out of this. So Ning DPD new supplementary. Nalon Neko Sana Jawara made a very brilliant argument. Kumba Jaite did her best. But Majin DPD, because they had a telephone discourage and book DPD all procedures Lamoi. I find it really difficult to listen to them, to be honest. Number one, the Mababiki Bukefang express no, they don't understand issues. The many economic terminology so understand. So and the most important, they give them sitting allowance of Dalasi Willie Muang $20,000 is the call per sitting. One problem. So Gambia Tinyatale completely in 2026. But it's let me play Nina audio but a new audio play. Sorry, let me just reply to this message. Madinga Fenkela audio player Liajang, Musa Basari. Okay, Mboge Saidykhan and Yaya also join after 10 minutes. I'm being audio play kan. Rek and then Ndebe Parelana analysis lana will have Mboge Saidykhan here. Ali Lamoy Fenkela.
That are associated with Jaura Kunda. And I also issue this to the public. Ndela Musa Basa Jaura nga kumalemai kumumbi alonko ayensula bake kabo baon remukande dimoti pare follow ka follow na Jaura Kunda diyala kana kande diyala wale atindan benin bodi ka bare political nenem bikala finu ka political standard political diamo kono socially ani badia kare diamo ke water especially had social issues more makoy o de bax dala moy wodo bari political laftal wrong to stay out of it ka cool bulay la on costa bari isubul fenjita sakura bi nga audio sifalje lafta kayla ko another audio ni no video le ko fana mo video le lafta ki kayla together when the current president President Adama Barrow funko ay video le pondi bi momo ni mu hadama demoto momo ni mu misil moti not only misil momo ni mu human being inyeta fintele ya condemn in the strongest term, and I say this with absolute sincerity and I say this with passion that every living soul should come out and condemn this in its totality. That is more willing ako afola audio afola diam ada abuda afola dialogue ako Ako diring usino Darboe nyol be kasoto ntemurno la ko mo be kan no pare ako ake account participate data ye fuwe sako wuri ye sako mo ko to usino la freedom ay bas ko so la nyami mo yo ntera balu ntenga ilo te haram la le I will disavow you for life. So President ni wita sabran panko nyado ko President akate yo I was see valid kanafi the bragging about it. Odo natari to lakabiro not only Gambia Jawro kunda kabiro but kabilo Gambia do Gambia in the nyantani kalam talale aliya condemn ali distance from him. And the president kilo fetida ako biring barigele ko data manka bankunda ako jawro president sarore jawra la fonkol mi akaso beneficial min akaso atili asolo akan kuru akana kumba. I knew to run Marco Manyana Kila in the first place, to Namikala Fanayana Kila Sutu, any more, go back any more tema. I needed the need to them come out in public, go announce, put me out there, follow. And then about that benefit being Akafo giving to the former president. At the Mahdi former president, it was an act of National Assembly. It was a law which entitled the former president to receive benefits. And any American former president should they have perks. It's a benefit also. But based on law. So the National Assembly law passed during former president Jammeh time. And Jammeh signed it into law. Wala president na uncle former president Jawara ako benefits also. Alright, akayo benefits all that again. By during Lumena former president Nimbanda na uncle Banta Lumena, Ulua cannot continue unless and until it is sent back to the National Assembly for renewal and amendment. If the family should continue receiving it. No man can. It is unlawful. It is not. It's against the law for that benefit to be to continue rolling out. That's the way it is. Niya ke peninsula. Niya ke peninsula. Niya ke baron formula ya luai ya authority ya advice the group. Stop barakli asmolo ati asmolo ko umatina uwaje to continue because attended what sound so moving that through Luanda aka I mean no mention uncle Kenaba who believe in rule of law
wallahi
who is one of the he's one of the most honest politicians ever held in a political office. I can safely say that. I might come back to I'm a Jawara, I might come back to I'm a nephew, but William Sokol. New rules not reversed. Sadara was in Barrow suits. Sadara would not have allowed that law to continue because he believed in the rule of law. You understand? So, not that the Jawara Kundawola, man, Jumale get Funko receive, or beneficial receive. I don't know the details. I'm not digging for the details. But in general, Barona info, and I will take him for his words. Beneficial, they are still being rolled out for whoever is the targeted beneficiary. Beneficial receive. Immediately put a stop to it. for this to continue, while other families are suffering, they are suffering to even make ends meet in a given day. Family getting the malaria season, malaria season, don't be even get a malaria injection, malaria vaccination, and the complete dose. They cannot afford it. Will be young family. Don't call your family. Family. So as a political instrument, as a political tool, as a political game, for cheap publicity and cheap popularity, family support. Naturally, these tapes, Moli, the living from the Ali Arabic Ali Kemo, senior before, Umba Fulam from a school, Olen Jawara Kundata. Momo in Kahoot, Momo in any form of understanding for these benefits to continue, you want to stop it now, immediately. Immediately, you stop. It's unlawful, it's unwarranted, and you don't need it. Mashallah, Uncle Kera, I mean to come, but the family here, it will not so like but continue receiving this, it is unlawful and it's illegal. And I would say it's better to stop it now. More in this element, for this one to continue, must understand that a day of reckoning is coming and there will be accountability.
Okay, mbari wala baraka audio ni jamfatale bari ngamera mo jamaji audio gist over the gist of whatever I've been for kanje nga moyle abe honestly preach kanje abe diam kan jawara family re ko ni tara mole kat ni ko continuously kaso to pari ni bantale sa based on law and to stop la le bawo green party balu kan ka benefit of the law le of national assembly not baro ba famasi so kon na kam atele fi voke di former president so basa dina tawle musa basa di jawra na tawle di bon jambe pare ko momo ni baro be gil la re haklo because gambe din ken no mo ni ka baro trust baro man sutura soto baro man boundary long ajenta mo for public amene mo for public so momo ni baro ko ku sama abina la tere kan yike tere ni and secondly akoma la fi sa dawra la legacy e tinyani so thank you so much about one of the guests has joined on so I'm see Mr. Darboe, welcome to Bantaba. Don't look at break, can they? Sorry, hold on. Let me reset up before we now. Let me. Okay, I think we should be fine now. Okay, Yaya, go ahead and let me speak to Mboge. He's calling. So you go ahead, Yaya. Now maybe mute like.
Yes, I was on mute. Yeah, I was on mute, but I'm okay now.
Hello, Mboge. Hello? Yeah, go ahead. Mboge call can man for not a diam. You go ahead.
Nothing go nga link in Kiale, so I don't know why, you know.
He's calling again. Hello, Mboge.
Yeah.
Hello? Yeah, it's a continent on Mboge diam.
Okay. So I guess audience can thank you for making
yeah. The audience will you come down just then.
Okay. Yeah, boy feeling the command, but I'll just let you talk to him. Okay, I'm not gonna take the call. Anyway, assalamu alaikum. Yo mbadin Gambian Koli, UDP online bantaba lamuir lal ana jibi lal. Albadi malam Yaya Darboe. You know, nata jang puro ning sedili kaca ala platform de demanding Gambia kuola puro kanyo akilo blande kudolla kanyo karande kudolla. So we are looking forward to a robust conversation. And hopefully, you know, maybe audience will from the comments we can learn from each other. You know, so
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the conversation.
Welcome to Bantabang. I mean, the first time to be here as a guest. You can call him never. This is the first time. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I cannot hear you. Then became my.
Hello, Mboge. Mboge Gammoy.
Yeah, and that came well clearly.
Yaya Kabugammoy. Yaya, drop your rejoin then. Okay, I'll drop Yaya then. Maybe I'll rejoin us. So, Mboge, welcome. Yaya Kabugammoy. So, Malam, what happened? So, welcome. UDP Diaspora Chairman Mboge Saidykhan is here today as a guest. He's no stranger, obviously, to this platform. But today, in the conversation also on a lot of issues. So, Mboge, any audience also in your contact?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. Mboge, go ahead. Oh, Yaya any more in your contact already. Mboge, you go ahead.
Yeah, so thank you, Barakawate, you know, for having us today. And Mbela, it from content follow. And in other UDP media houses, you know, many alonko, you know, they've always been with us through this struggle from 2017 to now. You know, Alvaro Comena, you know, it's been realized kind of ngalon and Balten to Lawala, by the Comenga Dalda Nyaming to a Rumandia.
Yeah.
You know, moment kala time filije, you know, for hours, you know, to come, you know, sit on the platform trying to enlighten people.
Yeah.
So Malbe Tentula la platform Olembang, UDP TV and media and all other UDP affiliated platforms, many alongo, you know, kala time we used to
kind
of enlighten people. But also, you know, Mela audience will find many alongo Jammu Gambia, Alinkara Gambia, Dunia Dauda, Molmen ka program in Lamoy, Mbapole be ko, you know, ila nyantolem, you know, Nimbanko Kolbe, Kachala Dauda, Mobe Nyanta Hajo, Akilela Hajo Tile, the time when you Lamoy.
Yeah.
You know, and for us today, Barabutung, Kela time of Ananta, Kanaka, Lamoy, Kamon Lamoy, Omo, Malati,
yeah.
You know, so Abarkaba.
Okay, Abaraka, now science don't catch up on about Yaya ni more in your content. Somebody said, Yaya, you need to introduce yourself and tell us who you are. So, for now, you okay before, you know.
You know, or maybe you want to know who I am, you know, as an individual.
People are familiar with
more with Mboge than myself. Yes.
Maybe people of voice like most of in the forums. Yeah,
that's correct. Yes. Okay. Like I said, Ntomu Yaya Numukunda Daboleti, Yaya N Darboe. Originally from Bansang, residing in the US. And spend a lot of time in the Gambia also. So coming alia alonyaming panamu UDP in quality. I'm a bona fide member of the party and part of the diaspora team from 1996 for B. So I'm here in that capacity as a member of the party and a member of the diaspora, you know, team, you know, that tries, to help the party in any way possible, in terms of for policies lombang, for strategies lombang, or whatever, So that's who I am.
Good. Now, Atemari, Nyomingolo, I am very from Jarango. I go home from Jara. So we're going to Mboge from Jara. So this is all Jara affair, but you're not from Jara, so at least.
I'm not from Jara, but I have Jara connections, no problem, I have Jara connections.
So Lavin Jani, thank God he's not from Jahara. Okay, thank you. But anyway, saying I think we start with the chairman first. Mboge, you start ite Katani Kumasi. Mboge, recently Gambia political temperature bedaming. Mali ba gauge la nyaming bari abe kandirin bakele. Gambia political temperature is very high right now. President Wanala mole temperature in kandindi bakele. Kumo debe fola. I'm sure you are in tune with the recent utterances of the president. Prior to yesterday's meeting with the imams, I interviewed like a NPP platform. Kuma Jamal Fiji, Montoro Wati Nani. Adame Kuma Jamal Lefoji. Standout words, Melfuntra Ge, Wolong about this, Kadamo Roya, Kataka, Yaya Darboe prison. I have followed Taraleka, Safolke, phrase about Kafurul Safolke, and obviously cabal issues. But you listen to this. But also, allegation on Lefananki about being at a Bansang, Yaya Darboe family, welcome, and also Yaya Darboe Musul Fanang Tofu Diamu Konoleko. They never supported his candidacy, presidency, common cast support. So Kuma Jamal Forajam, you are born of a UDP, very close to the party leader, your UDP Lonne from 96 to now. I'm sure Yenin Kuol Kalamutale. So we really want to set the record straight on this platform. Baro Kumolu Menfo, and in Ala Kumolu is Soto Talebang for Mansoto. Mboge.
First of all, say thank you for this very important question. But follow Benna the amount that la Menna. Wolam be UDP be control Sangapala be alongo in Ibo Town.
Ibo Town, yeah.
Yeah, we have a very, very strong
Yeah. Now for
a very dedicated man, Mr. Dalame. Me alongo, ayala balu beke UDP supportolati. Ayala fengo dunje, ayala time dunje, ayala energy, anything.
Yeah.
Ala wole minjio doya bi. So mbe UDP nkolo mu me be konton na sango nyinna. Mbala dimba be konton na sango la. UDP the leadership from the party leader and the party leader and all the executive they konton sango nyinna. But I told you let's say these are some of the reasons why ntol Nyantante is labake. Yeah, understand that. Nying sifa kadunte labake. Because these are people, many are long poor people all lemudu, Senela lemudu. Most of them they don't even go to school. But the love they have for the country, the love they have for the party. Yeah. I think that they spend their entire life surotili. They struggle. I feel alala keroto. Me menyi ka masto itul nyala. So kadue be dorong anisa ante fure tomal mume be for alasina jango sona
Amin ya Rabbi.
Yeah. So coming to your question, for kumolu men for the tonyal and for tonyante. Ngamera by now, gamet dingo beta order. This question has already answered itself. Ngalon neko nyato mole beje me alonko tonya anene buko for adala. And these are all indications for a problem of membena banko kan nyinke wala mati. Because first of all, it's an indication of an ungrateful person. Yeah. Yalong ningamera ni alla fenko dole nga foje nkonte nkijo boda nyinkan dameng. Nala meeting follower même for your Wollam Diaspora ko itole in program at a sponsor at a mampu sort of diaspora. Messiri as the deputy as the deputy chairperson of the UDP Diaspora. Then I learned Tolunga Kodo Menki Adama Baroe. Yeah, understand. Then I look. Adun kanyi men fon ka fon ni ala temo la lon te mal yen long ya lon na diamo bu mansia
ha
ya wona dan bari kanyi men fon ka fon ni ala temo la alama baro ntol nga kodo men di alama la fo adama e na si ka so na ya fonte nyala ka fo diaspora man kukaye kana lo ka fo ko Ousainou Darboe la mol la family wol yaate konne wol man wol fo la ko fa wol yaate balladu la le. It's the lowest that Adama can go.
Yeah.
But I'm not surprised by this because Adama is surrounded by people, many alonko, they are so damn vindictive. They are liars, the like of alkali contest. Many alonko, woluman dunia balwo kono man fengo fen no minamanke fania foot. But he exposes who Adama is. He is petty, he is vindictive, he is ungrateful. You understand? He is incompetent. You know, he exposes Adama to the lowest level, you know, that you can imagine of a person. Niemira President Obenyame. Ikasi banko be tema. 4 hours. Gambia fele B Lala. I was talking to somebody. Akonyeko, a senior member of the hospital. Kae ko musu konomalu ka boile. Ma fa fango benya lonko ikata level e ka fa fa on wol mankere. Musu konomalu ka boy fa e ka fa. Nobody knows how. We thought Kafu Komenko, the President of Sita, these are some of the things many along he will be talking about. The insecurity in the country. The corruption in the country. These are some of the things that the President will not address. But unfortunately, this is what we have. We have to deal with the hand that is given to us. So ndenga understand because aka strip on you for in the first place kabiri UDP nkole Adama Tombong adonga story olumoyle dol ba fola janko ha section of diaspora man la fi Adama la non that is so far from the truth. Momo long before 2016 how UDP diaspora operates. Debate on issues, argue on issues, and vote on issues. Yes, that's always been how we operated.
Yes.
So if you come with somebody, an idea, somebody also has an idea. We have to debate this too, and whoever prevails, this is how we prepare. But in Adol Mane Bafukan, Yentola Tantela Muchiamano, the presidential candidate or Tombong, hi, my life I said to Turela. UDP because UDP in Kolu, you call after Isaac to the party of Momealanka Mantara. But you go around, you can't for more like what it had a decision normally carry recruit for UDP. How contradictory are you? You understand it? But to the UDP, we selected our, somebody was calling me. Sorry.
Yeah.
Covering Adama Barrow as a flag bearer, we decided Kafu Komenko is necessary because Adama Molumalo is necessary. Puru Aita Banko Kang, Banko I Banko to Banko Molialo. Yanako Mole. Adama Wotalek and Tolenga Kudo Kafu Nyoma. We raised in the US here over $250,000. The folks in UK raised and Europe raised $150,000. Ngani ko dole di Adama la pour ayta tola. Adama tata o tola la for that bansan. Kabla for that bansan. I'm aware because I'm on the platform with Yaya. Yaya is more, into that. But I was aware because then I was on the phone with Yaya on that very day. It was for the bansan. Kabla Yaya commanded. Then Yaya had it before I moved to Maryland. We were always on the phone hours. So when they contacted Yaya, if you not Bansang, whether Mulbelari, it was late night, nobody knows. He called after Ladulala, Maladula. Yaya la Dobe because I said that was a brother Dobe Modawo. Doctor is a lecturer at the University of Shepherd University for over 30 years. I lawyer so very, very nice place. They are long, American ambassador, nada da bolongo na kela jail. I don't know you even call Mr. Darboe Duntan Kumal Soto, Ike Landi Wudulala. We contacted Mbaya and Mba contact Mr. Darboe Barindima, whatever Mara Lojo Ninda. Pro ya accommodation okay Adama ning ala delegation o etelaji. Adama was given the presidential suite. Nimbe wuli afola ya will repeat the same thing. Kavo komen ko nyine munna presidential candidate and a potential president, so that's why he should stay. Guess what? Ako ate dama ate lala wa ate man hani ate dama man ko ipra dama yelaji. We made arrangements. You understand it?
Okay, I don't know what's happening with my system. Okay, carry on.
Yeah,
I don't know. It seems like one person will Mboge mute right now, but maybe Mboge be moila. Mboge come on side. It be mute. Okay, Mboge mute. But ngalabe he will carry on. Very interesting. So yeah, Janin Mboge kana. Because the animal for our, can you believe it? I didn't Mboga patients or the Caparola my back. I'm gonna for specifically about Bansang for our colleague welcome. But now I'm Boji's back. Boji Mutana.
Yeah, not so I'm gonna focus. So yeah, look at this. Yeah, that's why that place been his brother's place because it's a business place. Like I said, like I was saying. Hani American ambassador nata ta bolon kono kela rumo le kono ya arrangement for him to stay in that place ako among ko ipurada mayela odulat we made arrangement for the others to sleep with him to pay extra room to make arrangement for extra room when beje pour ke occupy with his entourage ya paid over $8,000 for that place
ya kilimo
so nim baro kana CB akabako ndara banza na usenu na molu malafi njia billahi ana ite say this is the lowest that anybody can mome along be balobal yeah but ngam problem you know isela molong this is how ntanga long adama even before we reach to this end ntanga long ko adama the kind of person because kabri nala they are follow about UDP diaspora. The kind of person he's a very, very ungrateful person. Because me mira, Amanda Wala, I can remember for Koditi Jan, Mr. Dawola family when they Cabre Mr. Dawo Muta. They am aware the family economy is close to $1 million. So Korobe don't have animal bulokon.
Yeah, Ali, what better animal from a bulokon?
Nkawale foe. Yeah, fella, nimka kumome for nimbe wuli ale fola. Another people, a person can come and verify the story that I'm telling you.
So okay, let me get this straight. Biba Dila was he Yadila in his capacity as the deputy treasurer of the
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
Ntola jang, Mr. Dawo mutala waro menna, ntolu dama ekonomen ki ana baro it was over $40,000. Domanding. Yena ko mwele. And this is different from people many alonko some in Europe. Don't can tell command jande ka foje jumala man la treasurer en kala number dila. Ika command le wol followed of the books.
Yeah.
So ni ala makalo ka fo mo lente mo nyireti ndamo. So definitely Sewu. I think we have a problem.
Big one.
And Gambia need to realize that we have a problem. And this is not a UDP issue.
Exactly.
This is a Gambian issue.
Yeah.
You understand it. This is not we have seen, the kind of leader that we have.
Wallahi.
And Gambia doesn't deserve this kind of thing, man.
Wallahi.
Gambia no more harmony more maloring on lemudi, more dajikaring on lemudi.
Wallahi.
You understand it? But the canal president was just imagine. A kokata so I want to indicate Adamaka Jalangole Batu. Yanako, Movenkata Kafurelu will in the Gambian Kolumuna Kunung when I saw Ikaboko Imam Tata, I will come to that. I will definitely address these imams. But it may what is very, very clear is that Adama will do anything. Will do anything and will say anything. This is how it all started. Is that the kind of leader that we want in the Gambia?
Mboge, you just stop there. Then you will chime into this discussion. But Janin Bitala, Mboge, just in few words, before UDP of Barota, even ILO in the primaries, it is ye Barolon and Umbakaba. Do you know Yalone?
No, to be honest with you, Barolong.
Okay.
Ntaka baro jenung, you know, like meeting on rally le tote. You know, ke njolo abesiri ngafaye. Ya understand? Akamuna ko juburulango. You understand? No, see, to be honest with you, that's how I only see Barrow in the pictures. Then other Janenga realize don't come and Barrow active role for PDP. It was it. So long. Then all interaction of Ketamenti, Kabren Kanyin Kodolusi. Most importantly, then a problem movement at the time, and Yaya can witness this. You know, can verify this. Then a problem movement. What I'm holding a Kodoki. For example, Mr. Abola Kiti Wato. Ya understand? Safonye ko lafta moto le jele le luasi la molu binala na. You know, we will send $150,000 or 100,000, 200,000 for a mall transport. So my concern has always been ninga kodo diala ninga nyini nkari sito yala because on sito kila nyena. Then all problem that's where it started. You understand? Because ninga amuda ko ninka kodo ta ita se bulunkata modo bulu. We should be able to come back to those people ngafa ala kodo. And this is how we spent it.
Yeah, definitely.
You understand? You know, so interaction of that wallet. And I remember Ibona and Tola Wato Menna. You understand? These are the few times many along, you know, now interactions. You know, we had an issue on polling agent role. You understand? Because meeting those he was there. I was trying to say Kafu Komenko, Jani Vesila for you the last minute. We need to make efforts, you know, to have identify polling agents as quickly as possible. You cannot see for Fenko. So I had that discussion with him as well. Because to me, that is very important. But what Adam cannot tell you, you know, is that UDP Diaspora and Kole, most of the polling agents will follow Joe. Yeah, understand? You know? So these are some of the things that, you know, all went on. But you have a few people. Many are long control. Kundi UDP Diaspora kono. Billahi wallahi talai. Some of them just came in. The UDP Diaspora. You know, I don't like going over this history.
Yeah.
But there was a time. Ya ete sehu. Ya dabolem karamba turente Ibrahim Adiba. Ya understand it. You know, and a few others. Ni ande mo beto for the bari mansia o time o. Ninga midi go fango kumande ninga mo 7 soto. We feel very happy at that time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's put things together.
Yeah.
But because of their greed, you understand. You know, alenga banko faije. Look what it cost this country. You know, the backwardness. What kind of development was he able to do? Nothing. So
just mo jamale na je mo de complain am kirke la ko ni corroborate ka ko mo le kuruki baro ene pa mo sanyan at the Sweden I personally contributed 1,000 krona to Geneva Bar in Stockholm during the court case of Mr. Darboe and Co. Baro is very a lot of people, and there's a guy using an account Rasta King of an Africa. I personally I record of monies that I made wire. But yeah, young boy explanation of my leg. So if you want to add to that, or you have more to say.
Yeah, specifically what
on this issue of Barola, you know, I come all for like bands and you know, yeah.
So Bansantani Mboge explain exactly what happened.
Yeah.
So basically, all this goes down to is Barola ungratefulness.
Yeah.
President Barrow is very ungrateful.
Ajibe
birim baro sita kutake wato minna. Nene ngamwele ay jairi mo kilin to kumandla a jai. Ako Karim Toure. Karim Toure ka kodoki niye kodo need asaki wude isi kodo nyinta yake campaign okunda. I was aware of that. Karim was an integral part of the UDP, diaspora team on you abe Swiss, So barbira botola fobi baro nene ma mo jai ala president ya sotola akatele ya be adun tel min na ba ko kono hani mo kilentelola ya fo baro nyileke adun tel siddo jande ngafo boji ya fo nyame ngafo nganyileke milbe Gambia nyileke milbe America nyileke milbe Europe nyileke Gambian call bele contributed to Adam Barrow la president ya so for him to take sole credit for that is the epitome of ungratefulness. Barrow is ungrateful to Gambians. He's ungrateful to anybody except Atifang. Adu Barrow yala nako akamimbe for Amansoto. I don't know why he's going that low. You understand? I just don't know. I'm very worried about Barrow's presidency in the Gambia.
Very.
You know, for the past 5 years, I think I don't think Gambia so for Janne for Sama, but I'm even more worried if he has to stay there for another 5 years.
Yeah.
Because I think it's gonna get worse than it is now. Kulbe wajabilale, kulbe tambilale katambi ikatanyaming in last 5 years. Because dengal loko abe juso sotlale mo. Babol ka bin abe embolden lale mo ka foko kami nga amina nya tele kanyin kobeke. So ndele nganyim kobeke ni aje winda kotenke ndele ngake mo make anything like that, so min diata nyemboleke. This is what this guy will do. I'm very worried about Barrow's another 5 years of Barrow. Gambia will not be able to survive it one way or another. You know, because this guy is unpresidential. He's not fit to be president.
Absolutely.
Most Gambians will tell you that. They are just selfish.
Yeah.
And they are in there for their individual interests. Honeywell found him bad. It's after a public leader, but they know he's incompetent. He cannot be the president of the Gambia. He doesn't have the intellect. You know, he doesn't have the charisma. Well, maybe he has the charisma to a certain extent. Wow, you know, but you know, he doesn't have the curiosity. You know, Barrow mang bukata ka kul jibe ka kul kisi kul bitaka nyamanta amang interest to. 5 years
like Mboge said, Mobe alonko tonya, you know, and say kumo nyandino nyanya bawe kafo alfalom kumo dol bide manya no folai. But we cannot say this in another way. Name president kuma soto balolfo. Wobe mumma sibale wulu la banko, because he's the highest office of the land, the president, the office of the president. Barrow nyanto kulialale. So name president ko kuma soto balofo dinigol ka moyi. So I look at this 500 meters kaba, even though people are joking, that is many examples of Barrow Bukatunya. But again, you lamented on it, Mboge lamented on it, Wolom Fisher Walleati, ungratefulness of the president. But it is a key from this. Pruka UDP, is he trying to discredit Yaya Darboe on UDP, particularly in Furekuo? What is he trying to achieve?
No, so basically, to me, I think this is Barrow's second nature. I just think that's in him. Barolom nyintudron. You understand? Komi Mboge afanyaming ndelbe man barolong bake malon juna.
Yeah.
UDP fankono tamalon jumala be UDP kono UDP executive or mian ko barolon ne kende katijeto. Even Mr. Darboe did not know Barrow that much. All we know about Barrow is he has his office, aka rent collection okay. He's in real estate business, and he goes and comes, and he doesn't talk much. You just assume that he's a good person, and this is what happened. So but that's not him. He's showing his true colors.
Yeah.
Otimolo na fe ofendi mondisala ko wala ngala de jot. You understand? Because mol ka fole ko yes, mol le ka baro du nyoto, you know, I mean I hear a lot of people say ka foko ala advisors mil badala wolle buka advice kunke wolle buka kite kontel vota wolle. Wolle lota president ya. We voted for Barrow. Because we trusted Kafo he will do the right thing for the country. But the guy doesn't. You know, interest that Kabula no more. So I'm very, very worried about Barrow. Let me just, you know, a couple of, I mean, he doesn't even talk presidential.
So basically, I remember for about Bansa Manke Kumasoto.
No, of course. But I vividly remember what happened. And I alone, Lamin Chami alone, at least those people know because they know more flow they call me here, the Koifutara Bansane. You know, ibelala bansane. You know, so ngoye ko alina na mbarendung mimbijeto na suoko na jeto, and he's the one responsible for na brother lodge mimbijeto ikavaje Magis Lodge in Bantang. Like Mboge said, you know, very high quality lodge, It's just like a motel in America.
Yeah.
It's very, very, very comfortable. And it has a presidential suite. You know? So cabineto bijeto, salo bijeto, it has a kitchen, everything in there. I understand. So in that, so in command water minanko you know in number and idea munka komba. Okay, so nilnate be la and you know this is nothing new for us in our family in Bansang. Because UDP ni bela tola wati they spend a night in Bansang. And entourage lo mimo jurumol lekana every time and we accommodate all of them.
Yeah.
Dol sita na family dolia dolita UDP ko dolia na so kono bungul kono be ka fale molke la outside le fam kabas all taye la jeto because there's so many people. You know, we feed all of them. The party does not give us money in our family. Kuruka will more be feed. We feed them ourselves. You know, that's our contribution. You know, to the party. You understand? So in that jeto nkayako sai isamba lojoto at least President Barrow na candidate o samba lojoto yaji ajeto and make sure that he stays in the presidential suite. Specifically like that, you know, nkayako make sure he stays in because Atalona presidential candidate and he's going to be the next president of the Gambia. You understand? So nka samba jeto doli ila suo kono jeto. So nyo saba kuo kuni manke jeto na manke ko the fact that you know that who is going to pay for it. You go kodi table. Don't worry about that. I'll take care of it. Go buy a budget. You know, tell me how much it is, and I'll pay for it. I paid over $8,000 for their lodging that night.
So basically, you paid for Barrow to stay in the presidential suite, and only for him to come out and Afoko Atolma Bunya.
Yeah, I mean that's how ungrateful this guy is.
Yeah.
He's a betrayer. Barrow the moment he adu wala na the moment ni ko ibere ibijikila Barrow la. Tomorrow, sama. You know, abe betrayal because he has shown it over and over and over and over everywhere. Like I said, in presidential candidate coalition, you know, presidential, you know, campaigning, most Gambians contributed to it one way or another. But abuka mo jai na man katifang asedamat. Hani mili ba dala bi fang. Ina na mama hani mo kilinjay wolkon. Well.
Don't let me Tisco Black Beauty Tour is validating your point. I was present. He spent the night at Maggie's lodge in Bansang. So she said that. Just
absolutely. I mean, look, we have no reason to lie against Barrow or NPP or anything like that. Unfortunately, NPP, Kutebulu, Imam Kumuta, so all they do is just go and lie about everything. Ila diamulal be. You know, they just sit there and they just say whatever is wrong because they have decided that this is the way they are going to maintain their stay in the president's office. Italy and in Barola president. It doesn't matter what it takes. Let's stay there. But Gambian call for Gambian call Karantale. Atako, a Karantale, Yajame Karantale, Gambian call Karantale. No Ataman Karande. Yajamo Karantale by force. You know, he's in self-exile. You know, for self-exile, he's in exile.
Saying that's very clear. It's explicitly clear. For you know, Mansoto, debunk, and it's shameful. It's very shameful.
It's very shameful.
Embarrassing. Purun president kana wala kumo fo jankafo ay kuma soto balo fo ni manken tol sawoti kana jankafo ko president we would have loved despite mental particularly ngafo president e memfo to nyalom ay bango bunyale. I know this is very hard for all of us. It doesn't matter we are not in the same party, but I'm really embarrassed and it's really utterly disgraceful for president more like a president for Olondi. Yeah, I understand. It's very bad, but we have to do it to set the record straight. But there is somebody who is listening to the program. Joining me to the next point. The discussion is for Mboge Saidykhan, one Mr. Sisa in Gambia. Is a keen listener to Bantaba, Mamaramu UDP in Koti, because Ngala called these anti-UDP sentiments. I call it feedback. But I just want, this is a democratic platform. I will ask the question anyway. Mboge, you said that you guys don't know Adama Barrow. How did Adama Barrow make it to be the UDP Deputy National Treasurer when almost every UDPian is now claiming that Barrow was virtually unknown in the party?
No. The question was my. The question was whether I. Oh my God. Say who come well?
Yeah, I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I mean, I get a call that interrupted me.
Yeah.
But that's fine. Yeah, I think that's okay. Well, let me just go out and come in again.
Yeah, Mbarum Mboge to Nankorenke. Call us all to Kalkan Mboge la line of call. Nalia call, then you interrupt the broadcast. So yeah, any man ako basically
yeah.
Baroya
come baro long, manana baro kena candidate nyadile.
Yeah, akata Nadi, the deputy national treasurer executive. It's a very party. Again, it's a sensitive position, isn't it?
Yeah, so at the end of the day, coming out for Nyamindrong, ngaje Nyaming, ngamuta wonyala from President Mule Nyaming, ngamuta wonyale, and and as a deputy treasurer, okay, originally UDP did not have a position of a deputy treasurer.
Yeah.
It was just a treasurer that Malong. Ahmad Sana was the treasurer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ahmad Samba jail wato minna. This guy was co-opted.
Yeah.
To become the acting treasurer.
Yeah, and get more the yeah.
Acting treasurer to Wanyale. You understand? You know? So acting treasurer, then it had a congress though. You understand it? Amadou, while Amadou was in jail, Amadou was still maintained as the treasurer, and a position of deputy treasurer was created. And he was elected to be the deputy treasurer, for the party. So again, coming Ninko Malong, we knew him, but Yalong, Kamolong intimately, and stuff like that. Yalong Kendeke. It takes time, it takes effort, and the person has to be open. You understand?
Exactly. Yeah. So, the reason why you make test and also because Barofana tiny to Mboge, you can come in now. Adama ala recent diamoto ako bilebe kering bari Ousainou Darboe yake trust bakele wala na nyin place de diala ay nyin so bari bilon kuyake tere kumobe be fokam. So Baro also said
no. So that's boy, hold on, let me just think it up, because this is something that I am aware. Afoko lawyer Darboe Baro trust le no, honestly. Because coming after Nyami, he's a quiet guy.
Yeah.
He was a businessman who was running his business. A man scandal mo ala quote and stuff like that. Momi aka kodole akata wandi kodole leta. Aka collect as rent. A man scandal mo you will trust him.
So he lied low in the party, basically.
Yes, he lied low. So that's fine. So we cannot say he was bad when he was a treasurer, because he hasn't done anything. First you said, I mean, in a mama UDP kaya. But Nico, they are falling dale. What on Alan tell Malum Bakela no wala na. You understand? Malum Bakela no wala can you lawyer Darboe Baro trustle. I can remember from Baro by President Yala, lawyer Darboe, I think he was a foreign minister at that time. We were talking and stuff.
Okay, Mboge, you want to add something to that?
No. Nga mano nyina point on ngala point on nyele. What he's trying to drive at. But that is just the fact. Among the comment on Mboge party we all need to know each other. That much. Yeah, I understand that. And when we say Marlon Bake, for example, some of the things that we seen Baro Bake can say, they all non. I don't think we will come to this.
Yeah,
more long at all. You understand that. Malo Wanyama to know those kind of, because there are certain people in UDP near Kuma for your Lakoto. Yeah, understand. I can vouch for them. And I'm not because I've been with them for quite a long time. For example, somebody like Karamba Ture.
Yeah.
You understand it. And many more people. Be Niko Nyoko Wool Yanyininka, who are these people? I'll be able to tell you.
Yeah,
but come to one point. Mr. Darboe, that's what he is. He's a very, very trusting person.
Yeah.
You understand it? And more so, near Palazzo Sikayadi Mola, you have to give the person the due respect of that office.
True.
You understand it? So I don't want to understand. That is how Mr. Darboe operates.
Yeah.
When you go to Mr. Darboe doesn't operate that way.
Yeah.
You understand? At the Palazzo Sikala Party or Palazzo, they have been with Mr. Darboe on several issues. You understand? You can raise questions on certain issues. As I point no executive, Congress, party, he always want to follow the principles. You understand? Of the organization. So Mr. Darboe will always trust Adama.
Because abe palaso nyine bunya kan.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Abe palaso nyine bunya kan.
Yeah.
You understand it? Majority of UDP fanang. You understand it? And I'm coming here member ko palaso ki fintindile. You know, so who you are, a position ka wala ke power ka wala ke.
Yeah.
Adama la true color. Sanne ngawolong. You understand? And hadama dingole be wonyama. Majority of our folks in the UDP fangon ni many along ko ni be ni diaspora jan ni ku jamal ke. What happened? When change happened, you see people's true color.
Absolutely.
And they have learned that a long time, you know. Kafu komengo anamadigo ina jama anamadigo jama. Ina sita kudala ina ya kumku jama fo. Janni alka menyi na drone jama be jeka change. You understand it? You know, because sometimes people don't show their true selves, and that's what Anama was doing. Anama was just
it's a perfect opportunity, Shotele. You are the de facto chairman of the Diaspora, bring change, Alcalde Contetata. But Palazzo might have falling. You had the opportunity, Shotele, to try to be close to Barrow, UDP Jamfa, and I'm sure Barrow would gladly welcome you to join. So it's more okay. So what does that take? You know. But don't you think it's also to do with the individual more? Human
beings are very complex. Yeah, understand. That is just the fact. But to your point, you know, even as every time they go, that's what they've been trying. They've tried always. But until a point is always very, very clear. Yeah, understand it. Yalon agenda, probably, you know, maybe mayor long or member long, you know, the kind of person that I am. Sometimes it's very hard to know because ni more interaction romance here. But I'm not that kind of person. You understand? Nte focus momenti. UDP kono palas nyinela. That is the list that was on my plate. I don't think about it. You understand? Nte jele ko. Banko nyimbe situation momento is in dire need of help. Yeah, understand. Banko nyin salvage lale. A group of people kebalu tambita nyato. Yeah, understand it. Ikonye ko ntolbal lead lale. Whatever it takes, dead or alive, we will fight this fight. Nkoye ko you know ntolbal ndi no ko ko look. Ntolfana nina dindi yambe bulal no wala dead or alive. Yeah, understand it. So until we accomplish that mission, ndama mola kula je me alon ko ise anni million wala nati nang probably never could have made you understand? And majority of these people, many you know, many probably I've seen something before them. Probably that is the reason. But in for anything. Are they possible? Right?
Ha.
Yeah, I don't. They all know that. It all be alone the fanang. Ikafole fango ikafole konteni Ibrahima di basala bentolo bondi la Usenu Dabo no ikafole.
Yeah.
Abanga ko ikafole fontulo ka moy. Yeah. You understand? But that is not because Adikafo Komenko. It shows how grateful we are. Thanks for sorry for kind of you know addressing myself this way. But I always tell you, Ntolomanke mo the moment yalon control we are ungrateful people. You understand? Ntolo nyinke ba menke nyimbanko ka we all see. You know? You even call covering single nyol, you know, feminine, all this. Where are they? Solo nyol, where are they? All father komen kunan tolinyanta ukonyi mulala nga bambandi. You understand?
Yeah.
Anamanala mulinyanta malula le kabo kumongo B. They are the cause of all these problems between within the country.
Absolutely.
You know? But there is one point that I want to come to. You know, yeah, nyininka point o dolela. Because you know, Adamala nyimanya muna itani na dilimolo. It's very, very sad. It's very, 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 very sad. Yeah, understand? Because Adama should have been the role model of the kids of that country, the young people of that country. But the new can see, kuma soto balo for dunia be tema. Yeah, understand? Amanke sinya basically a habit. War is very, very concerning.
Yes.
Because the new lukaje komenko number one. President Jiko Tinyale, ya understand. Jika Tinyamu, Ibakala Kuke Dolam, ya understand. You know, Nia President Kasiaka Kumona, Kaba hani de na no niko kaba ko dance 500 meter kaba Europe kering. Aba bole ne ko tonyande. So nin dinde wol men ya longo wol nyanda kalanto la sama alfa de wol kati ikaje la president ko kuma sibabo. Na banko be kala nyaadi la sew.
No, amalo warta.
So wala atina kunu alfa la naji almamo la naji dulanto
that is the next segment we want to go into. But before Ngata was right, Demba Balde me along on the colleague in the struggle or whatever, he's part of it. I comment I would like both of you to react. I honestly think UDP has a weakness in vetting people. What is the internal vetting system of the party? Is it based on just declaring your loyalty or track record and history of the individual? The party should have a vetting committee. Am I wrong? So I need comment.
So let me come to that. Demba, I want to take this opportunity to thank Demba. Demba has been one person. Mayor Alonko is very, very, very passionate about Gambia.
Yeah.
Gambia betala nyato nyame. You know, I know the brother Nasatel Fongole Benakeri Nyola. Yeah, I understand, and we happen to be, kind of neighbors in Seattle as well. Yeah. But like I said, he is one person. When Gambela ko Wulta, you can count on him. Yeah, I understand. Yes, you can definitely count on Demba. Yeah. But I come on in some sense, yes. I think we've learned that next time we can do a little better.
Yeah, lessons learned.
But remember, UDP, we have internal democracy. Yeah, I understand it. And that is what I think. Sometimes we all, because when you preach, something, you need to act on it. Yeah, I understand it. Yeah. Practice what you preach. Yeah. New UDP, we want democracy. Until we are a democratic party and stuff like that, we need to do things in that democratic way. Yeah. I remember Kabirim Benny Alamala selection of Wato. And Yaya is here, my witness. Majority of the people in the diaspora at that time, they know. We had this debate because Kabirin Nana, a candidate. And I remember fully, Alkali Konda Yolman found be some of them Kabirin Konga candidates are like they said no, because UDP Manala candidate from Putlaje. You understand? Yeah. So I swear to God, I had this argument with some people. UDP should look. Because when we were going to coalition negotiation, UDP more being a candidate than a UDP man candidate. What does that say?
But let's get this clear. It was a reason for UDP man candidate. What was the argument? What was the basis of the
basically no reason. No reason. We all have an opinion or don't election boycott because you Mr. Darboe election. Yeah, election is a full-time effort and stuff like that. Yeah. But look, Nimbitala coalition negotiation, we need to have a candidate present in that forum. Yeah. Akamuna ko Nibitala Kele Dulato. Yeah. Yeah, understand. It didn't Joram Manda Kele Dulato. So basically, that was able to convince majority of them. Then we voted we should have a candidate. But guess what? When this selection of Faransita, we proposed different names. Particularly, if you ask me, the choice was Boriture. Yeah, you understand? Yeah. To be honest with you, yeah. And when I made this argument, particularly to Alkali Konde at the time, you know what he told me? Akonyeko Boriture, ako farmer. You understand? Ako farmer mukitila bana du mo jarante wala wada ko ninga wota nga ko na presidential candidate ni misada bo finti da jelu kono ako ninko ko patio sign ni misada bo mo to son.
What a crazy, what a lame talk.
Billahi wala tala, this is why. So I mean, and also what Demba need to understand, this happened at a time when things were really tough. If we have to do it all over again, we will not definitely.
Yeah, definitely. No, it's probably understanding the circumstance.
Yeah, because at the time, my argument at the time was, look. When you have people like Mr. Darboe, Mayor Longo, at educational level, and an understanding of world affairs from Benyame, I like, capacity Benyame. When you have that lead and organization, you're not going but at least somebody closer to him. Yeah, you understand? At the time, people were arguing certificate is secondary. So for me, we should not run into that. Because people are they don't know Bori. Bori has a long history with UDP. We were not jailed for murder. It's because of Bori. You understand? Because
I know Bori is a very honest person. He was
he has always been with us. So they was Bori was, but obviously, like I said earlier, democracy, majority prevails. Understand that, and that's what happened. But yes, Demba, next time, when such a situation, arises, we will do a better job. Understand that.
What is a fitting response? I mean, just to add a little bit on that, at the time, the circumstance, the prevailing circumstance at the time, Gambians are desperate. We just wanted to see the back of Yaya Darboe. Things were done in a rush. It didn't create that much time for us to, do vetting, understand, coming demo coming for. So we just wanted to remove Darboe. Mistakes happen, lessons learned, and I think this is a learning curve for not only UDP, for Gambia, Gambia as a whole. In retrospect, Gambia, we all mojamala regret having Barrow at the helm of affairs right now. But I want to go to the other
part. Let me just add to that. Because Niajiwe, vetting processing, was done, actually very transparently and openly. And we did the best we could with what we had. The situation was totally different from today. Let people not forget that. 2016, when Yaya Darboe was president, that is a different situation than we have today, thanks to Gambian people. You understand? So, UDP la process mumunati, wolam ko ning presidential election nominastila. The invitation is extended to all members of the party. To show their interest if they want to be a presidential candidate. And a selection committee will see your candidates, you'll vet, and then they choose from the lot. So the same thing happened in this situation, and only 3 people applied. We might get UDP la fault, only 3 people applied. Again, the situation was totally different. You understand? So out of those 3 people, the selection was done in a democratic and transparent way, and nobody at that time would have objected to Adama Barrow being chosen over those other 2 people. It was very, very clear.
Just to add something, a lot of people are commenting on this broadcast. Tonya Lovan, because a lot of educated folks at the time were afraid to step up to the plate. It is true, like Sarah Darboe Bafokang, and also a lot of people, Taikun Gite Bafokang, Karanal, where we're educated people, and we educated people, we have to raise our hands up at the time. Well, like so it's a blame all of Melango, never a person. It has to go to different layers of people.
So let me comment to about this Kofanang. About Mboge Minfo, about selection processing and all that stuff, Baro in a presidential candidate and stuff like that. Barona Alamul, they make a big deal out of that, and honestly distort exactly what happened to suit their narrative, which is Kavoko Mole Baro Jampa, Baro Mamol Jampa. They can spin all they want. What the falling no like Baro jump on Tungleti, Baro is a betrayer. You understand? Because I didn't coalition of Mimbeke Kante. One of Mojika for Minako, Dolby Konkana candidate Tombom Purukata coalition Penko in the thing is because some people in UDP thought that UDP can go it alone and win in 2016. That is one thing I never want to hear from anybody, because I believe 100% that UDP by itself in 2016 could not have won that election.
So
and that's very clear to everybody now.
School of thought, so that UDP could have done it alone.
Could have done, including Barrow. Including Barrow. Because I remember, choose what I mean, I can presidential candidate in the introduction tour that are UDP that are introduced what this is before the coalition. That are introduced what about coalition Kachal Bekekang and stuff like that. That are introduced what I mean. Nadia Muta, I think it was in Basse Mafang, URA. I talked to him, because they were sending audios and videos and pictures of Ilatoning, and it was going very, 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 very well. You understand? So Mbola Foka and Kayako Ilatoning is going very well. Let's just continue doing that. Tonga Fengana. Akonyeko Ndelfini we no damang.
Ya womala kumoleti.
Ndelfini we no damang. And look, I think he was being genuine. At that time, from Atinya Minje, you understand?
I support
support Minje and stuff like that. Yeah. But I being from outside, looking from the outside, let's not worry about that. I didn't even want that conversation to go far. Ani dinul be pare kay ajabe bondi ndabang sinin kenol ay kubadol fa pantol fo no la jeto because I don't want to be petty. You understand?
Yeah, you don't want to go to the his level.
No, I don't want to be petty. You understand? I tell guy ko don't worry about that. Alalla to continue albake kanyaminte by the time I'll be futala nang. Inshallah it will be shown to the whole Gambia Kafako UDP is the major party in the Gambia.
Absolutely.
You understand? Allow ke dalena bari coalition oni Nata will talk about that and nothing else because for me it was paramount that we have a coalition because that's the only way and we do everything to make sure that we have a coalition. And that's what some of us and I remember Nintara forum to wato minna ni molbe diamla bafla ko ninil manson de la candidate la menda abon la coalition la I always come and admonish them. No. Nimbita coalition we have to go there sincerely.
Sincerely, yeah.
Sincerely. Ninna candidate winter. Ye bulan noma ngata nga election okay. But nina candidate man win. Whoever wins, mpala bulale normal. And some people were mad at me for saying that.
Yeah, but you are. Let me say. I just want to buttress what Yaya was just saying. I can remember exactly what Yaya was very adamant at the time. Kabo Komengo, yes, the only way is to have a coalition. This was the honest truth. Yeah. I remember a particular day. I remember. Yalo Baronyol Betala Tola Watomena. Alaji Darboe was the one who was on the negotiation with in the negotiation. So I remember the day they agree, to this convention, Alaji selection thing. When they came,
70 delegates each.
Exactly, we had a meeting. Alkali Conte, particularly, falling Alaji Darboe after Bulala Nyola because he go. Adama ko Alaji ma consult. He was even mad. Ko Alaji ma consult. Alaji ko look, you sign. You understand it. Whether we get it in or not, this is what we agreed to. So let's go and work for it. And I remember also one thing that's worth mentioning here also. Yeah, amanga ko man ko beya jay kanja. But ndenga loneko Adamani Yaya Kadiamule Yaya was his close friend, actually.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm telling you. Yeah, Yaya ideal on a lot of issues. And most importantly, Yaya is one of the people, many along this other coalition partners. He called them because, like I said, Ibrahim at the time, we do a lot of things. You understand? In fact, at the time, we call ourselves, I think it was 3 amigos. Right? Yeah, that's how we call ourselves. So some of this underground thing we do it. Yaya was one of the person, people, he went around calling the likes of my Fatinyol.
Yeah.
Ahmad Banyol. Oje, yeah, understand it. Just to have their support to back. Yeah, to convince them.
Yeah, did the internal lobbying.
Exactly. This is what is the hard fact. But it's like nothing happens.
Yeah.
You understand it? So Adama says, what I think Adama more ungrateful than Malamati. You understand? Name more can visit the world abukeje.
Yeah, in fact,
because Adama like I said, I'm aware of everything that happened during this time.
Yeah.
So what I think is very, very, very surprising. Adama Kanaka Kumaro. Adama Adama presidency. If there is any other person that he need to thank is this Yaya Darboe.
When was the last time you spoke to Barrow?
Oh, Maybe 2 years ago. Two
So
and a
2
half
years
ago.
ago. So when he started, but I like jump farm mission stuff. So he took you out of the equation.
Look, and you know, I don't know exactly how, but sometimes I regret not you know, talking to Barrow more because ntenga sute juna le kafoko molba mislead kan.
Okay.
And bari Moliang advice. I do not advise or kafoko. The guy was knee deep in the conspiracy to hijack the coalition with other partners in crime. So I'll just become even a more of an enemy. Some people advise me because you know what? Maybe I'll do justice. Nimbaro Fengera Ngayako President Barrow. Ibe kudol to adung ika kudol mwe. And I would say, you know, I don't like to mention names, but sometimes you have to.
Yeah.
Alkali Conte is one of the people. Me alonko I balo turo nyimi hani birabe America ja wato mina janni election yo kaka akan nafiki yake nimbaro tema.
Yeah, ngafana ngo kibaro moyle.
Akan nafiki yake nimbaro tema and other executives, not only Barrow. He is somebody who is very manipulative. Alafta la interest dura katraw damal noma so aka nafiki yake ndelde so bidanga tata Gambia drop ay nafiki ya start yedo ka wuliya fo Barrow dum Barrow is very impressionable. It's very easy to impress Barrow. You only have to tell him what he wants to hear and he believes you.
Exactly. Yeah.
If you tell him the truth, he doesn't like you.
But I tell you now, atulodi akumoli o fire then he was so.
Alkali yole do no fembe. You know, he sits there and tells Adama Barrow Alani te no the Gambia the Fundinola, Gambia the Kelating. Adama Barrow believes those things.
Yeah.
You understand? Takumol fire moldi nyola. Kari Nilefo, Kari Watara Tonyate. He is a pathological liar. I'm gonna say it. Alkali is.
Yeah.
You understand?
But Uncle Larry said, John got to the next subject, and I have additional questions. Barrow kuma dole for them for left to react to that. But Uncle Larry said, for Jamfa vetting quote, there is no way you could have vetted Jamfa intentions. Jamfa / betrayal is part of an individual's psychological makeup, and which is true. Ni mo la fe jam fa la pruka long ka vetting hanate mo vetting system pruka long ko koleale so uncle's got a point there. So but moving on, Mboge Barofane Kumalefo on that fateful day bring Tala Solo Sandem Fata and then party leader Nata Funtita Nanko another executive but Barole Kumalefo la interview auto which definitely nte en sokle Baroko ateleko party leader ko executive bacon na funti akatele ofo ako executive bacon na funti ako bariya usenu mu jusu maleti usenu ko nimbe mahani yesa isu ko. In fact this is the exact afo nyinyala nyama so ako wotu mole atanata diamu Tala Lamin Dambo deba bawo ko alamane mani kafara woti jang collaborate what Barrow is saying so I order to use akate diam dawole ateo corner ako eko we diamu party leader wona party leader na ala mind change ka foko sign nyato ngol se funti tole sida but ntolonga alias stories mem moy iko la dabo fa dingolom fo jumale wo situation okay so is as far as you know Barrow be même fo kam fanan comment so to ba asoto ba information ade credit di ka fo la party le proposal ke
Go ko nyaade ako you know mala yala ko mole le ko be bañunu bal salo billa ya ñindi wala kañanta but look that is so far from the truth.
Yeah,
that is so far from the truth. You know who yala told you know thank God I am very very privileged to be very close to Mr. Darboe and I know his psychic. I know how he operates. Mr. Darboe is not that kind of person. You understand it? But let me come to one thing, you know, that you know probably a lot of people don't know. Yajele o Congress me along the Congress prior to this 2016 problem. You know, when they were going, we had this discussion with Mr. Darboe, and the idea was Nita J, because it's like Mr. Darboe from I come on more common in vision. I am come lamale. Yeah, I understand it. But the idea was to have you know, every position in UDP to have a deputy. Woman sort of no. Yeah, I understand. A man sort of no. So this idea was, you know, initiated when they were going to that Congress. We had this discussion with Mr. Darboe, you know, and eventually when they went there, they adopted this thing. Yeah, I understand that. So, you know, there are a lot of things we are going to follow them. But in all of the discussions happen, Mr. Darboe, you know, intention on London. You know, he was going to go out. Yeah, I understand that. Because like I said, I've known the man, I know how he operates. So for Adam to come back and say, I tell him Mr. Darboe convinced, you know, Modulo Canada. No, that is so far from the truth. But it's come back to where we were. You know, you know, that is, you know, the guy will say or do or whatever he thinks, you know, can he, you know, he's low self-esteem. You know, always you always try to push yourself higher for the dame you understand? That is so far from the truth. Mr. Darboe decision Menkela was his decision. UDP executive Mr. Darboe was gonna go out that day.
Alone.
Yeah. Because he said it.
Exactly.
Yeah, I understand. So that is not Anama's decision. You know, it's Mr. Darboe's decision. Yes, UDP going danta anyanta danale. Solo fure odinna. You know, a kendo fure. Let us go out. Nimmensitano eta ako ala deputy sol albe stay. Mo Canada Adama happened to be one of those. Gladly, because at the island so he happily wala na mutrezo wala ati na Mr. Darboe for the potakae ko see. But if you walk you know, yeah. And eventually muneke da mamo ikava komeka kadun tabulo le koto.
Go home.
You know, yeah, and Adama kana wala ati na nyinko dimina wara da bag. Adama kana so kono le Mr. Darboe so kono. Whoever knows Mr. Darboe kono kono. Yala so long. They are the most accommodating family in that country. Yeah, to be honest, I'm very, very grateful. Because they had any sin in the Namuto Sule, Gambia, and into that Gambia, and they control Simanda Sama. They can't have Sula Kono. You understand it? That's what's been happening all these years. So, I don't Anamaka Domoro Mendiana, I come Abokamen Sodala Sokon. You know? So, you can be a Gabako Walamusoluman Lafina. Say uninte mu foro ni billahi wallahi taala hanni misal fe wotambi dan tani tema. I will not come to a public platform.
Exactly.
That is the problem. It's so below the office of the president.
Yeah. I devalue the president's office. I devalue it completely.
You know,
completely. Is completely.
But how I don't find this kilo. Or Faris is a kilo. And if Faris is how they come connected, you know that? Faris is because what are the furniture for like a mole contra furniture menabuono? I go all of the president member state house.
Faris is what are Sierra Molfali?
Go, Faris is an air conditioner. When I find your son, that's how they get connected. Cabra, when he won as president, like when I so where Pankatandino, that's how he get closer to another so on always sitting and find found the bunkono. Well, that I find him son. And I can't go state. No, this is so simple.
But
no. Say until we know a lot. Usually I told baby Jande, you never see me on this. I know it's just not because of lack of any other thing.
This is you setting the record straight because president so far was Siramo Sanai.
And this is a very true credible story. Faris is a maker. Faris has never supported UDP at the time. Farisi be yalo ne farisi be dabe na ko de esino ke dabe ala bureau be dabe. Fe ko ko dile money transfer. Yaya la sister. Yaya your elder sister came ala korda ko dabe wala. Job are the jobs. Wale baroni I farisi introduce.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm telling you something. Maybe I should not say this thing here. But this is what happened. Farisi tata je, kawe farisi la jaya je, you know, siran kende je, you know, farisi found the mokono. Kando be caring. Atana she went and bought fans. Another AKJ. So I couldn't be security I couldn't deal la budu. So you know, I go kono be nimbula bodonga kana de.
But be baro be kamvale kamala ba fala ko ngi katan na kulol ko nyaadi bantaba.
No. I don't think that baro. You know, when I went there, we had some personal discussions. There are a lot of things when I look. You know, it's beyond me to even come out and say that. But in to fabricate stories against Mr. Darboe and UDP. Come on, man.
No, in fact, Mboge, Barrow former brother president Obama, Alani Yarambamba Korani, Ala Soka Wenying, they took the bill to State House, Puruka falling. That's what is wrong. You know, bill after every place. You below some accountant or why should we pay for this? Iko President Obama la Soka Wele call for the bully Barola or somebody. I'm privy to that. I got that information. Barrow bully Barola invoice or some State House. Puria falling, and the accountants queried it, so they started having problems with accountants. And in fact, Fatouba Barrow got involved in that. Even Domorola Karola, Fatouba Barrow got involved. There was a time Domoro the staff already. Fatouba Barrow koitolo Domoro kaban junale. So I instruction of the ko ikanata was staff so they cannot Domoro dealer. So I know a lot of information that State House, a lot of things happen there. So it can remember for them just true. But Barrow Manjano Fonkela, it is not our business.
Exactly.
Renovate.
Exactly. But the guy will do anything. It shows you I can remember for Tonata J. Yeah. You should be content enough. Yeah, I understand. Remember Bulu. But I don't want to impasse all those money. But I want to new models and have a moleco. Ndenga models and presidential candidate killing them or si passenger. Jojo no, Ako sign they will come after you. They will leave Ibrahim alone. Ako Mboge they will come after you. No. I know that. Look, you know, like I said, I try to stay low because I don't want to get into this kind of stuff. And I always believe in my leadership. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
A lot of things, you know, I look up to the old man, you know, Kabuko, look, you know, but let them go whatever they want. I don't give a damn. Yeah, what I went through from 2016, 1996 to now, whatever I get in this is okay with me.
No. We are not like Barrow.
You know? Because they're just petty people. Because you will come out. You will come out. You have money, not policy money.
Exactly.
You know, on education, on health. On infrastructure, all these issues.
Problem, you know, the guy, you know, I mean, you know, he even goes around and tells people, you know, I mean, you know, you know what Barrow did actually? Barrow Winterwater, this guy cast it very early in his presidency. He was telling people, you know, opportunities, I understand. They did not participate in the 2016 election auto. They didn't do much, but Birimbaro Winterdong, they all coming. I don't know Patisela story personally, you know, but you know, people like that, you know, they go, they just come and give you money and then they get close to you. So somebody like Barrow who likes money, is very easy to get close to him. Just give him money. What he was doing is he took a lot of loans for his campaign and for those people to reimburse him. 1.5 million loan ta. No problem they just give you 1.5 billion just like that. You know? I mean, you know, and the guy is just, you know, He did this very, very quickly. Adulting Kodidomola very, 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 very quickly. Corruption. Corruption is a serious, serious problem that we have in the Gambia.
In fact, we will talk about that, but
yeah.
Thank you to you, Yaya Aning Boja. We should have more of this conversation. People are saying, Mboj and Yaya, from now onwards, we should have more of this conversation. It's very important that people can really turn along. But lafta mem fola jang before nga tanying almamol la kuto Mboj ika kuma dole moy the Melbourne UDP sai kafuta NPP ikela dalilol moy ko waybe baro support kam maybe albeni moy len tol be ngani moy le so la fita nga react ikamane fo wolom nyindi ko Yaya Darboe ko nga baro support baro is our baro, so they keep saying this ite fon ko nga moment support, so say manana because of yete by ilaftan kana support. So somebody who stands out is we have to name. He's information minister today. I knew for Dalilo to grad at a coffee show. I could why at a joint NPP. He was part of UDP, and a lot of people amanka damadi. But UDP is not fair with them because na party leader le konga baro support. So why until the bola? Because equator the black Yaya Darboe kumoleno, because from day one Yaya Darboe said support Barrow. Barrow is our Barrow. So, Mboj, do you think that's convincing?
No, sorry to say, but I'm very, very disappointed in Ibrahim Silla. Yeah, they say, a lot of people, I don't have many friends. Yeah, Gambia, there's one guy, he's from Dankungu, Kafaya Musa Jadama. He's my only friend.
Yeah.
Because I like consistency. I'm a very open book. And they say when they come for. In fact, one thing about me, they come a favor or something, commitment, sure, follow. Because they bukala come for being to be they move forward already. But what I've realized is people like Ibrahim, Alamadi unama moral soto, abekala jikambo abejang.
Yeah.
Yeah, understand. That's the disappointing thing about people like him. And they can say whatever they say. Kabo Barrow is our Barrow. Yeah, I understand it. That is just a cover. Yeah, I understand it. Yeah. Then I discuss on also when they sack Mr. Darboe. Yeah, he called me, tried to convince me, Kabo, you need to, because I wrote something on Facebook. Yeah, I understand that. And another thing, in front of somebody, it's important. I don't want to mention just to make sure Kabo Komengo Kaitandi Walako, being advised of Kalamboji, maybe was our president Ibrahim is trying to convince Boy. Kaigo Ibrahim Akonam. Ayala Kumo be for her. Ate moleta de kate ko ate tata la loyalty le pledge Mr. Darboe adole over president so yara from president be campaigning ate kama. You remember ima yo kombo konta je wato men.
Ha.
Yo ako in fact ate malam for chief of protocol le call. Remember that event there was no minister ate bitala janin do call that. He started to explain this. Kabila ala kumo bebo. Ngai go Ibrahim Akona, ngai go let me tell you one thing. Nka intenite ntolenga adamake amumenti alata kola intenite la kato with the help of others wala yatina adamument ayoti nka entemanta silala adama barola ya understand nka palaso nyin membeje te nka ko ntema nyini and there are a lot of things say ola alon ta fola jang bari ni wote no bekumal fola jadi a lot of people will know
ethically you cannot divulge
my truth nkaye ko nyim palaso akona nkaye ko nyim manta samba dulato nyim palaso atal lente nyanda menkela ngawoke ya understand nkaye so is that nkaye nin ko fana ko ti nyambala because basically na activities imaja are strict demanding nkaye ko sonte manke wodingoti dingo me alon ko ndebe lo na lo kan movement mo be woti nyala nkaye am no da kana pa nkaye go ask nkaye tumodo e mallong ya understand ngai ko nte misala wala ko ngai mo kuma klina foleje ngai ko alale na bendi another relationship e nyame ngai ko nte tuno la je just to be civilized about this thing. Guy go look. Ngani kumo tuje. Mr. Dabu ko al kakara ning ajata nye ko belal kakara kumo man. You understand? But Amanda wodo yala muna foni. Akonye ko yalo mbo ite fango ite la palaso ma wala fango ite diaspora jang mode diaspora me alonko ni fitino membe dabo ning president otema asaba no na manketati. Akonye nim fula nyambala fo karamba ture. Akonye ko nyanta nyin ko diamala ngai bilebe wolonna. Ngai bilebe wolonna ngai ko kabri nyin ko be start la wato menna. In nonsense o bebe kala ngai beje ngai menu ya ke ya long ngai ko you never one day ngai ko man diamwe on this issue. Ngai ko so kana ja ngai de Mr. Darboe fele na moy 2-3 days a week he will take a phone and call me dimba be nyaadile and ko ko de my family and him his family are very close. Ngai go bal ana baro kabri akena president the first thing he tried to do was ya remember now Baro youth movement for covering agenda.
Yeah.
Your information on some Baro get mad. Baro does not want to. But I can't take Bukala Fikaji. You understand? Ibrahim Diba will tell you what time Ibrahim because they cover like I said, in the cabinet discussion will start now long at a silo mento. I need jump for call that day. You want to get me involved? I made it very, very clear to him from that start.
Another France than France. Just like you, I will not divulge the personal discussions. But Ibrahim Kuma Jamalefo, Granada, France. I got one at a leaf letter. He came to France. He called me. Someone killing I call on messenger. So Ibrahim Kuma Jamalefo, and not only me, Ibrahim Mojamale Jam to Duma. So nte kijole bota Ibrahim Silala. Kijole bota.
The Kujama at a personal level, the Kujama let them be done. Yeah, but it ngani nje junale. You understand? Yeah. Ngamira na incident na even those Yaya, I don't know, Yaya was there. I think Dembabale was there. Malo for Dembabale. I went to his office. What time he was in GRTS. I remember Yalo in the first anniversary.
I was with you and Yaya in his office.
Barola first anniversary. I remember when Yalo Farmana Tambaja gave a speech. Mr. Darboe gave Baro gave a speech. Mr. Darboe la speech nying. The man ya be dundi nyokono.
Yeah?
Yes. I confronted him on that. Ndana no for GRTS. Because I discussed with Baro. Nim Baro e kumolu menu for jama be je wallahi bilanta for that. But Baro told me a lot. Yeah, about how he want to take UDP from Mr. Darboe.
Wow.
You understand? Billahi wala talai. Ngamira na ni moya discourse I am not ni manke mo follow the mo follow njamole.
So I think strategic plan is to improve UDP hijack from
nga wala foye seu. You know? So this is something me along is cooked a long time. One night people like Ibrahim, I'm disappointed. So the Kabringala would I confronted him, guy go Ibrahim Konam, guy go Mone Atinda. More Bella speak, when did that? Akonya, Yalo, that didn't want you to be Guy go Ibrahim, I tell him direct. Nimo even Dokola, and then Iteme Munaton Kodina, Maman Kekui, Italian blame. Guy, this is your fault. But Kabrin Jelenga Lonko, they were on this part. You understand? Yeah. Big one thing you come there, I'm full of Monty. Originally, full of Monty. So, because of you, I believe in conspiracies. No, my instincts, a lot of cases, my instincts are very, very good. What time he was in Nigeria? I remember one time, I feel like, and the South African man fall like kidney member, I can't fall. Yes, Nimbe conference call tomorrow, Ibrahim Katarasino, the Faka Kirenti. We went all through that, not for one individual. An individual cannot do be mola fenko hijackla. But in misal fe fana yajela ko. Amari be kula ke kam banko ka me alonko banko la interest lamu.
Yeah.
Isa wo fang domandi e katala. But barobe mune ke kan Gambia banko ka me alonko Gambia la interest lamu. Afanya bang.
No, ala personal agenda
everything that we stood against for 25 years is what Barrow is doing today.
Absolutely. So
let me join you. Dela UDP, maybe Dela UDP guy, not Dela UDP guy, man. Yeah, I understand.
No, he tried with me. Akonyako come and join the winning team before it's late. I'll not join. I said, Ibrahim, don't go there. Don't even go there. I can't.
But say one day I believe in one thing. Alaman Tankala. Even if I anim Alaman Tankala. Because the stars are aligned, Alama Kulbekala Nyama. But even if there's no reason be that all. Don't we say these people forget we struggle for 25 years to have a better Gambia. Exactly. Just because of what? If we want they Baba Job la time billahi wallahi ta'ala. What a lot of people don't know. Baba Job offer kodo lale. Billahi wallahi ta'ala. Baba for some they went to school in Sierra Leone. Yeah, I understand. Baba la musu follow. Ala musu follow. At Ayani in Sierra Leone, Barindingo. That family, I was connected to that family. Yeah, I understand. Jamela time, if we want money, we want anything. And they Madungara Kumodol for that.
Because Barrow will be talking more. He's going to come out more because this is part one. For about stop because of the backlash. Because Alani interview a lot of backlash, like even within NPP, a lot of criticism within NPP. Isai wala neko enyadakala diamol edit. So mengani ya womanke, the outrage, the backlash, and in fact even many are not Gambians. Barrow has been ridiculed. Molia Doyale, so I Doya Damalashora interview. So probably they will hold on, but they said this is going to be part 2. There is a part 2 of this interview, which we are anxiously waiting for Malawi Kumoleflage. But let me now go back to this Imams or meeting on Menketeng State House. Kunum. Mamerite Lamoy, Mamere, I don't think you listen to it. But generally, you go for to have Imams from KMC, Al Kalul, 5 months to the election, visiting State House. Earlier on, the analysis like them. I don't think Jame ever did anything like this. Jame na la kuobe ka almamol kumandi puriena almamol katajele but pruke campaign pruke kato fight Jame inte mamrana ne okay. Okay, kumandi jele Quranic recitations here and there. But yesterday we heard from farmer al farming the Dembo by Forsti. Ako almamol nyanta barole support la not only for this term. But next time and the time beyond that, I order for explicitly at State House. Demo by force learning for.
So anyway, really, these are all signs of desperation. Barrow is very desperate. Yela Jampal Nila Planol Min City from day one. Nothing is panning out. Kemantara walk come. You understand? Ni plan ke idan telle ba firine bulu o itel fang la manyal kafiri. You understand? Just like Barrow, ala nying 4-hour marathon jotayo ming anala moli yake. It's a jotai, President mi ko ka 4 hours katara siring ibe kuma kenzen fole ni la molbe, bantala around and stuff like that. Ko ka kumol for mi ke man soto, it's just shameful. You understand? So sign of desperation all of. I could be trial. Ni registration of Mintambira. We all know. This guy tried to register non-Gambians for the elections. This is not a secret.
Yeah.
What a shame. A sitting president, instead of Kanna sovereignty ta safeguard, he's trying to sell the country for his personal interest. Anala molbi alankoila interest bigeto, they are trying to force, basically, in foreign national, they were forcing them to go and register. Itelle call hangindi. For ibol wolnila sinyola siyo kole and la nyobulu. Because if you go, moya alonko, itamanka gambianot. Inabe sirin lakili. Iko bita register la ko ba itamanka gambianot, can register. You should just stay, and stay out of, Gambian politics, You be just name Besiring, Cairo kono no problem, badi ala and everything, but can it double again? It is not.
Mustafa.
Mboge, mute. I'm trying to mute him, but I think I tell us from mute now.
I like Jaragola.
Okay, I think he's quiet now.
Yeah.
I will remove him from the broadcast. I'm mute.
So it na ibol sukusula. You know, and then you know how sitting government nala officials new thing.
Yeah.
You come to the president's office le. Barola la mole president's office the level MPP. It are foreigner ikaya kota register. How many foreigners will have the audacity and tell them, hey, ante manke Gambia no intend double again?
Yeah.
They will be afraid if Afla Kodina Ninke Minan trouble or even more trouble. Exactly. Masakundala Bembakang, what let me just go and ngata register. In fact, you know what? That's gonna help me get my paper straight.
Yeah.
I don't have to pay for alien card every year. I don't have to worry about immigration. So a lot of those people, they have, it's not because it's a little after double Gambia Fengoto. Nile ke force ke double jeto. Ning alkalo ko bela do ko kela. Ita alkalo force afu by post al attestation di mol. Ite alkalo sate mol ite so long katabi alkalo la ba. You know, these people are not, serious. So at sign of desperation, all of them. I go back a month 4 months before elections. Iteka al mamul kumandi. Honestly, if I were the imams, molka an impress but mobe ala loka kumandi minna. We all knew. Nga audio mo ikafoko ay al mamul le kumanda ko itajet. Nga lo nga me kumandi favor naman ka politiko. So if that is the case,
I feel like a video training and don't go borrow yakele kotenke because he has done
he cannot help himself.
Yeah, I got a video key and show, but so probably I would like to listen to the
play. So at the end of the day, I al mamol kuman nang nintemo al mamol nung. Lafta ngana dignity penke. I will not go to that gathering. I'll wait for them to come back and tell me I'm info. Because everybody knew that for political so baringalong ko ngamera ko ikakole ko bao banjul elders nyol kanajele wota be nyil fara invada unafiki yako mo may namba. This guy is a hypocrite.
Yeah.
Nafiki yako da malik nara sara uloli yako e kontom sara uloli nara fuloli yako e ndom fuloli abe siol faila nyokam abe banjulun kol ning kombon kol faila nyoka banjulun kol ning sera kunang kol faila nyoka. What is that? It's all desperation.
There are two things here. About executive law, we have the legislature. So monatin and the deputy be hearing Barobe State House use can political okay. This has been going on for the past 2 years. I have never heard maybe they are more, but why can't the MPs make noise about this at the National Assembly? Because they are the Itolontola representatives. The core State House man nyanna use la political campaign rangoti. Ko almamo ni almamo kumandi ka dino ko kacha ko unity preach for unity. Fair enough, but we had the presidential advisor and the religious advisor them Bibles. Clearly akoleko ali karto for Baroe I Ghanaian election next election I win the next. So that was a campaign obviously. Mam baro follow utterances moy but nga Musa Dramela kumakaw moy I listen to Musa bring a Musa la diamo moy to be honest I stopped it Nigularo I was listening to iAfrica but Musa be diamo manam juso matano I had to stop listening to him Musa Drame the femgoni but nga dembo by force kala moy so it's just crazy so mona na deputy of the legislature why can't they address this mbewole fokan corruption should our National Assembly be quiet for State Department there is corruption in Gambia? British MPs spoke about it. Outsiders. What about the institution? Our legislature?
So this is legacy in Gambia. The legacy we have, it's going to take time to get that straightened out. And it's going to take a concerted effort, from the top down, from the bottom up. The Gambia system change, that's what we need.
Yeah.
A serious system change. This is one of the reasons why the draft constitution was defeated by Baron Alamol. It was not only about retroactivity.
Yeah.
Yole ke la main fenko nyinti You know, but to me, that's even foolish. You know, why are you aiming for, 15 years, either money 5 years, follow?
Yeah.
You understand? It was about trying to really bring down the power in the presidency and spread it out to the other branches of government. Gambia, the presidency in Gambia is very, very, very powerful.
Yeah.
You understand? So Walana Barrow can do a lot of things and get away with it because the people that are supposed to hold him accountable, he is in control of all of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Ministry of Justice, the police, the corruption, the investigation.
Yeah.
And then somebody be prosecuted if it is warranted. But if Barrow just stands up for IGP, a current investigation, they will not do it. They just stop.
Yeah,
in fact,
investigate, right?
Yeah. So in fact, there's two justice systems in the Gambia. Barrow support a justice system and non-Barrow support a justice system. Nimu Barrow support a niye ko ninke salam.
Yeah.
Ajibe bang Barrow la mol. Ibe mol net niye ika mol net omusun ni mi ala kailo ya dabo ne.
Yeah.
Atari police oli akomanda jet. What happened? Alkali Conte went there and intervened directly, threatening the police.
Yeah.
What did they do? Yeah, they didn't do anything about it. You know? Yakumbala case nata. What did they do? They arrested her, they charged her.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? You understand? Back also in Musa Boto said, yeah, you know, Mimbe moral nenkang and all that stuff. Back also Ajabi and stuff like that. Musa Boto said he is in a breach of peace. That's what he's doing in the Gambia. Because as if it no will in the knowledge. They did not do anything to him because of Barrow support kang with the Fengelala. But back house Ajabi, you go equate back house. Two justice systems in the Gambia. If you are wala mo kurung be Barrow support kang because nibe kuriya bekala police ole bule no bekala justice e feke no ma. So all you need to do is say Babo Barrow koma. I come MPP nibe MPP mo bekema. Because IGP Nalamol will never investigate you in a program only, in a passport scandal.
The incident that happened in Kalilai, yeah, Brahma Dibal attack, nothing. What case?
Nothing happened. Exactly. Nothing will come out of it. You know what's going to happen? President's office are going to call them and tell them to drop the case.
Yes.
And then they will just drop it like that. And that's exactly what's going to happen. Yeah. You know, the passport scandal jibe Barola supporters milba no ma pol man trakun kule barajet
yeah
by sankare la nyulla pomoni laundry lomba mala and stuff like that case fanam fatal you know masa sumare baye pole man masa sumare bondi baro
masa sumare la diplomatic passport case fanam be fala wala fe
exactly ya charge already. But then two justice system of Uganda, we cannot allow that in the Gambia. This is why I said I'm worried about Gambia.
No, the only solution is
Lua yata ya yelemanda kungula, Lua ta tamala, justice ta tamala banko kang, ube fitno damala wulina banko ka abe banko murun la komale.
Yeah.
Gambian kol alenga nyaele nga baro muta nga bondi jeto, ntele nga kejeto, abe laftai minke amake, alenga bondi jeto, nga doki jeto, no fana make nga bondi jeto, nga doki jeto, ningoke, ibe la na nyata kol me milika jebe la mola molla. This is what we need to do.
What solution or you want to comment on this? Nying Barola nying Almamul, but Mboge moved to Nana. I've got the video clip of Barola utterances I mentioned yesterday, but somebody just alerted me, say, I don't think you should play this on Bantaba, but it's quite displeasing listening to Adam Barrow. I meant Kumulman for State House. But then we have to listen to it now, President Moimenefo, but maybe in that later time, but at some point we have to listen to it. Somebody said in Gambia, Barrow made a lot of displeasing words yesterday. I meant for so that is it. I am not taking calls right now. I'll be able to flow. I will take calls right now. I know some people want to call in. We will create time for callers. So what I want to ask the guest is, Yaya, do you have other things that you have to remember about the corruption or anything? So before my line, so I think some people want to call in.
Okay. Yeah. Let me look. coming nga dolful already. So one of the things is, corruption corruption it's a serious problem, in any country, especially if it is endemic like it is in the Gambia. Yeah. Sorry, I'm sorry, Minka English for Bakele, Malo, what is in the money?
But it's okay, sometimes.
Yeah, I'm very, very sorry, I think I need to orient myself. Make sure that, money terms you'll use like instead of Angalekang. But anyway, corruption on abib na banko kanne, abe balurin jele, kende ke mobile yalong anu mobile ka foko. Corruption on the Gambia B. Riya jame bigeto bi tala siata katambi wala ajibe wa birimbaro sita fosai inene mamoy hani sinya killing ikoye mo killing ne arrest corruption ko wala ka kitindi biriya baro sita fobi inene mamoje koye mo le bay corruption ko wala corruption be bola nyaadi le if there is no consequences for breaking the law, you understand. So and corruption has fanna be abelema aka kubele koleandi. It makes aka masa kundala tamandu nyani aka inefficient dile. Because yinyata tara masa kunda office auto yinyanta kaito do topotola jeto. Mi alonko isake 1 hour 2 hours niman fendila itakere for 1 week or 2 weeks. So how what citizens will benefit kanyadi? That's how corruption is. Business or even business or inyanta corruption. This is what happens, Gambia a contracting problem. Let's say for example, Ministry of Agriculture, right? Ministry of Agriculture, they have all these projects, fast debt, NEMA, blah 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 blah. Project Coltebana, but almost all of them are failed. A staff of the ministry confessed to me, Akonyako, Ntebe ministry for 15-20 years, but I can tell you pretty much, millions and millions, hundreds of millions of, in fact, billions of dollars is doing in Project Coltebana, but almost all of them are failed because of corruption. Because you contract di mola, ikaeko taeta let's say farol, right? Ita ye learning ya develop. Ayala bidding ke ayata nila be cost la nila ko $2 million dollars abo le cost la. You understand? In I deal ko whatever, ikaeko balibe 500,000 dilan tela 200,000 dilan. Ayo detail. Contract Adung, the fact is, as a matter of fact, most of the people in contract they are not qualified technically to do the contract because after I tell after land development equipment land clear. But once yeta ye dukota mobulu, it about make sure nyadi where doko kanyama. Okay, ita hanila fang ka force because I'm after so you have to give me more money. You understand? So in a contract, corruption is so bad, nimmanku budokolo corruption. Honestly, Gambia development will never go anywhere. It is our main problem, and the civil service is one of them that it has to be fixed. And civil service reform. There's
one thing that somebody in the thick of things in State House, permanent secretaries, they are one of the biggest problems in Gambia.
Absolutely.
Permanent secretaries, corruption of finance, Hadim guy, finance, the budget unit finance, State House, Accountant General, permanent secretary Jamal Biji, inyanta falena mol ka foko ha permanent secretary manyana mala corruption of the kelala no permanent secretaries all some of them. So we have to deal with this situation. Permanent secretaries are also part of this. It's not only the ministers, because most of this administrative work it will like new paperwork and all these things. But definitely I mean for corruption or quote what is there. But let me hear from Mboge also. You wanted to talk about Barola meeting with the imams. Obviously you have a video clip of Klinya Jane, quite Garawale, little Garawale. So which is nothing new. So maybe Mark play that later for people to hear what Barrow said at State House. But Mboge, you're meeting of all in general. Can Almamul Kumali, KMC Almamulani Alcalo.
Yeah, anyways, follow, sorry guys, I got interrupted. Nothing called, not bachelor bandano.
But the volume of it is a bit low.
Yeah, in fact, I don't know. Let me see the volume.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so yeah, I remember, I miss a lot though. But yeah, I remember is the fact. Yeah, I understand it. Nimwe movement, the Barrow is very, very desperate. Yeah, I understand it. Niaje, Barola aladiamo akadiamo nyameng. Hani ala nying 4 hours fenko talin la nying. It's all signs of desperation. Ka afo foreigner leko alta register, to give voters card to foreigners is all sign of desperation. I alone nako, ultimately the end is very near.
Yeah.
So he's trying to do whatever it takes to cling onto power. And he thought probably, one of the ways he can do is to, first of all, bring the local authorities that are the safos and alcalos and stuff, and again, and al-mamul natin and stuff like that. But what needs to be clear to, the imams, they are the moral authority in that country. Whether Christian or neither Christian or the churches, right? They set up the morals of the young people. Yeah, understand it. Inata Nadina Kunda and the Mizo Kunda Rubana Alimamolu, Nkawuli Jekapu come and control responsible.
Yeah.
And Yalom Bankola development with two important sector level.
Yeah.
Dinol and politician. Yeah, understand it. Dinolu wolele nyanta lola mola daji ko ka bombandi banko ka yaje ko daji ka kendo e sabati banko ka
Tonya
be Christianity lambambe on Islam. You understand it? So I think these people, what they need to consider is that meye ki adaji ko benyadile.
Yeah.
You understand it? Because first and foremost, alaye mem for jikatinyala la koto ngamre tolbe o koite bela. Yena ko male. Demang Al-Quran karang bari nga lonne itol karanal ka mem for water. How severe that is.
Yeah.
Yena ko male. Wo I think dama fa nyanta atinale tol nyante bulo kula nyinke wala koto. Misal be sonta comment Al-Quran la karandiro la teachings la and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Most importantly, alifa membe banko nyato wo nyanta kuma kendo da male fara ku sotori ngo nyanta ka wala fo saje banko dindingol funding kelu dinol men do wulla idaji ko si lowo kan idaji ko si betea ni aje mansaka lo ka kuma kenso bo imamul nyanta men kala wala mi they disassociate themselves with him yena ko moel
yeah
because akabe menke ka mantara silo kan and is against our religion, both religions lem am Christianity am Muslim la dibang jamfa o koni all both these religions are condemned yena ko mo most importantly baro ka kuma kangolu men fo kallo ka bo muslime dimo ka bo komen ko ite ide wunda ko altara sapol kata sapol sare kaburo kon ka furewul ko wuli yena ko mo
yeah
ka fureo wulindi ka kaburo sin ka mo wuri kaburo kono ka wulindi ka sabo do ngamira wonyanta kala mo be o keta ndol be lanin de kaben ka karang tale moti alo amanda wala yalo ne ko baro e seo aka seo bo misalan le yolo Sekunga ekole I seems.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
Akamunga ekole. I'm good.
Yeah. I was doing something in the background, but I'm gonna stop the sign. Go ahead.
So barola alanin kacha me tandi misilime daji ko tala. Yana ko mala.
Yeah.
So mo ya lon ko am muslima daji ko soto ndamala dina aman dina fa wala daji ko le fa tala because dino e mendu fo comme fure la koto yeah ide ko kana ka fure wuli ka safo ke o koto
yeah
wo mu ko kilende number 2 ite mu jamfa lalete
yeah
number 3 ite kallo ka kumol fo menala ko kuma soto balol le number 4 ite ni molye kolu menu kacha men ya lon ko o mu ni temolati
wallahi
ikasi ka dunia bete me ka wofo number 4 ite molye kunyi make me jayno yetentu kunyi makan fo e kallo e ko ka wolti nyaawo kan dunia be nyaabola amera nin kumu barola case almamul yaajele adu ngamuta ko itala advice tala comme molu doli yebo baroto nyame tul fanan be bola baroto wala nyama for me that is what is very clear
yeah
yena ko mala bang mamuta ko men ko wol men alfa men sida wol mu alfa kum faari ngollati wol yalo ne membe kering yalo ne ko mano kasan dame bi mano be dame yalo ne ko loptano to borti ye yalo ne ko barona la molbe corruption la they are aware of that. I remember ko Gambian people will learn at learn but Gambian yalo na tinamuda ko molbe sinola mol mantara sinola. The other thing that I want to address wala mu alkalo ni sefol mena e kumandina barola ko look, let's look at it this way. This guy is somebody me alongo come be foka Dajiko is very important in leadership.
Yeah.
Dajiko adama dingo Dajiko nyanta cross la bakele. It's very, very important. So ni mo ka kumado fo ya ka kumado fo nyanta jubela ni mo sipala. This is what is very, very clear about this guy.
Yeah.
But I will tell you thing dundu about the Samadanda.
Yeah.
Atele ko alota ko sebone alkalula malla fi daebola. And that's what law says.
Exactly.
So ni wo mari na ko ka ko de ko alna albentel support la nyanta alona ka kuma man fa manka tonya foe. Oda la kuma folo la manka tonya wala kuma fulanya wala manka tonya. Tonya. You understand? But what is very clear is na lualuma allow aduma mira alkali o sefu. Be fambula la wo malo kono because look it all them tol fañol wallahi understand majority of the funding kelo membe nyim banko ka be everyone is the solution about what is happening in this country you understand so ntenga muta ko wo alfalu te ila kuma ka wotala nimbe ya ta ko ya jela na jaran ko ya jaju si menkata malo me ya soto anene ma muta ko men ko nyim mol si adun me ya soto asi mo soto nole because man laban
absolutely
so soma of manyana jarla moy soma ila dimbale tala siring yena sambana television or nyaado ko kari tele nyinkeda ida save kari tele nyinkeda
wala malo warta
ya understand ntolunga malole long ntolumu foro dingo gambia dingo e malole long anim bunya ya understand fengo fense la bunya tala mo manyana anafulu masi apalasi masi don't get there adum beñi wonindi la mo ni mo moy fambulanda ko no malole sutola ya understand because ngajile ya jambe ben ya sembentu yandi 23 years ya muta ko ya jambe te bolaji ya janyu signol bulata wolal ko biya abeñadi le biya abeñadi le bi to lebe siri ni ya jansi I went to so nani when I went to register ndara gambe pour que registration la ndara soma ngamo la nyininga me alo ko is a very close person to her to the family nkai ko sefole akonya obuka fin akonya kabra buda tiara si akonya obuka fin akonya sai na buda sukora la gadi no fende fo fende anene ya jaji si nene ma muta ko onungo be sila I remember one day telling Mr. Darboe and Seka, one of the security officers o tamo ni dolle Mr. Darboe gadi no we drove one day nene daro somanda jo si kundankolo maje o si kundankolo o case ni Mr. Darboe represent kan imagine o silo le mu ayatara ye waju ara APRC ko ye waju ara by soma you understand ndol dara o case la je o case was between Yaya Darboe and Mr. Darboe was representing this sikuna olu Yaya Darboe ni amanya je kiti bu ngoko no you understand and then ma mutako yim lo be sila so kanye mem for them it's just a kind of a warning pro more say hakilotu you understand itol alfa le banko kan tol nyaabe tol le kan tol ka ko ku kada bi diaspora jube sew I'm very, 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 very proud of the progress in the diaspora.
Yeah.
Nim tolo munu nim mutanti bi me keme fula nim fenna di diaspora UDP. Mune wasabu. Gambia dingo be they are all concerned kabu komengo banko nyinga membe tawa kanja mambete. So we need change. So it all Parliamentary loko to le mun tol faño dim barngol le muti. Ya understand. It all nyanta amutalan tol fere. To ka koku kelen ka kele tol le. E kane bula baro fe.
Yeah.
Baro ka kuma foe abala interest le normal.
Yeah.
Just imagine this guy came into power within 1 year. 1 year, I borrow a woman loan. He told me, baby, how does that come about? You know? So these are things we need to learn from it. But in Namutaleko, Usontanale, Wallahi Almamul Benta Udlat. Ulubela Kumo Mutala Kuma Kensa. And see for who he is. Yeah, I understand. So he will do anything just to stay in power. But womu daji kola di mena long panin tola Islam manta anin dina manta. So they should shun him. Ye ko diala fereng. Ya lonko. This is not a guy who deserves to be the president of that country. Bango mola ikamolu jube la leadership lala. Ya understand. Dunia dauda ikabango jube ala nyaton kolela. So unfortunately, in Tolanga, College of America, see 4 hours of a Kumakan Samafal.
Wallahi.
Well, Yadon College of America, Lonqua, Jicatiana, the match. And the Mole Light, Sinda, and the Mole Light, by Jamfa, Lalamat, Fisiri Wallo, mat. You understand? And I'm going to come and go, Gamben or Damale, the whole world, Dunia Bay Baroja for who he is.
Yeah, well,
same.
Mboge wala na banko bebe jahasere ni aje ade dina nyaton ko lu damal man kamben politician ol man kamben baro e banko bele jahase
because because I can make the guy I can make it ya ni tani baro sida bi ye ina ko bo nintana da bo wala folani
wow
ye billahi wala talanta ay ko ntenga baro realize journal ayati na wata mo ni ya Ibrahima de bana ko nyoko ngada sida ka mbukat manta ha na me da ko ko nake wanga da stedan kay manta because nga realize journal aka kumo mem foyte aka molle fay nyoka ko yim problème mo mem bebe te ngatelam aba fala ñu ne ko ha ko be palaso dila ani nañu diaspora ko
ha
ay jim aka foye ko ko be palaso dila la Ousseynou Dabo le man song
yeah
Ousseynou le man song I remember one time they found akuman I remember say Omar Faye I'm going to say this here. Say Omar Faila appointment. That UDP Diaspora for 2016, UDP 2016, Taji. Ibe Delaje. Inata je, iba complain de kwa Mr. Dabole fenke say Omar appoint. Yeah, a big issue. Mr. Dabole bandu nunko fenke. Nko look, as your chairperson, I'm going to find out what this is. I call Alkali. Banga long part Alkali ka kumol for the barole ka Alkali ka kumo foy. Just to pour ka wolu campagne Mr. Dabo kama nga kuman ngai ko alkala ko nam ngai ke bale mutu ngai ko ite in fact ganyi ni kala fo ngai ko how was Omar appointed do you know how akonye ko jumala ba appointed nam ke Mr. Dabo this is what this is what he told me nga kuman ngai ko look ngai alkala ko nam ngai intense Mr. Dabo kuman no le nga nyininka nsi adama kuman no le nga nyininka I can come to this forum momo même fonye nga foje nga bari yinke ba nyimmo fulo la malo mun tol be la malo let ka fo karle nyim fojang nga need to stop nga ko ndenga lon ne ko Mr. Dabo has no hands in Omar Faye's appointment because Baro told me you understand but it can ka bo mo bari this is how the guy plays his game akana la ya fo do ete nga ya fo do ete you understand and was he father be caring Banko Famo can the same thing. Banko Fam, Danga Molje Baro is Cindy. Akoya Combenyu appointment, Bay appoint Lanyan. Akodo one of my friends, Akoya Combeka nominated member of Parliament. And I decided Gimondo, Gimondo, Fully Adi, so this is it. This is the kind of president that we have. But in Yanda Haklo Tulare, Gambians deserve better. Gambians deserve better.
No, but Mboge, Tonyato Nyamimanke politicoti. Nimme Gambia GDP, they are not united. At every all the fabric of the society.
Yeah,
Politician or everywhere, division of it.
Yeah, but I don't say remember, I am this is the only way for him to win the elections. Yeah,
divide and rule.
To stay in power. What I think now he is going to divide us.
Yeah.
And Nema Hakilo succeed lale. But in Manjana Sonna wala.
Yeah.
Gambia is bigger than one particular individual interest. Sako Mome Alonko Ntolenga Keje, he out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, Barrow need to unite this country. But rather than that, I will more tala, I will more file and yoka, a flawless surwal file and yoka, surwal and money file and yoka. Just for so. I know Yanin is Yante Ngawen from Mole. When this was, just after Yaya Jamala Fenko. Ngamen from Mole, what I'm going to call Yaya Jam. The problem that I have with him is that, I can basically forgive him for a lot of things. Yeah, I understand. And this includes, because, Anamadingo, Neo, Alale Bulu, and all these things. But generally, I can forgive Yaya for a lot of things. But one thing that I cannot forgive him for is the notion that Sifanam Fanso Dundina Bangkok. And it's equally Barrow. Because Yaninja is going to linger for generations to come. Yeah, you understand? Gambia is very small. Ite more clean Gambia Mealonko is not related to your friend or your sister or your cousin or whatever. We are all interrelated. Na origin mo flawless.
Yeah.
You understand? Mom flaka na brothers all ma for bari o man ndamu so nimbi ndanga mandi go for flow nya ndamu la jawla diba. Just because man baro so am I an enemy? So these are things many are long we need to consciously fight against. You understand? New one day we will la situation economy and it's high time. We see
Adungaku killing Mboge in piggybacking on Elani Fenko initially about division within Gambia. It's a serious problem. Politician Tonya Jikolo Wati. They do whatever they have to, to garner votes and win. Yeah, Jamea Kele Atele Jimpolo Jang, tribalism, Kamul Kung Senyola, labeling people whatever way he wants. Barrow is doing it the same way or even worse.
Yeah.
You understand? And because of their inadequacies, because of inability, to genuinely convince people Kafako they are the best leaders of our country. You understand?
Yeah.
One thing I can tell you about, the Lapati leader, Yaya Darboe, you will not have any problem with him.
Okay, I will need to audience will be complaining because there is a lot of cracking noise coming through. I try to ignore the comments.
Can you mute Mboge Bayaji?
Mboge, okay. So I stopped there.
Yeah, Yeah. So anyway,
it's just the noise that was coming through, but so I stopped.
Yeah. So one thing I can assure everybody, the Lapati leader, lawyer Yaya Darboe, he is not a divisive person.
No.
Umantara ala any part of his bone, you understand? He is the most tolerant person you will ever find in the Gambia. As has been said many times, both of Ala Musul, neither one of them is Mandinka.
Yeah.
So how can Hussein have any problems with Surwal?
Yeah, but Yalong Malafika Lakubakundu. Just land. Let me allow you to land and I'll bring the other part. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is how can he have any problems with other tribes? And the thing is, and it's leadership that we need.
Yeah.
In a situation like this.
Yeah.
Gambia Tinyatale so much. We have to have a leader. Mia Lonko will guide us out of the malaise. You understand? So a leader like Yaya Darboe will be somebody Mia Lonko is ready unprimed, and most to me alonko easily. There will not be no discrimination. Imagine, alkali continual and amadjita nyul, ikafo lako, Yaya Darboe Banyulun Kolle Fenkete and stuff like that. Guess what? They were doing it for political expedience.
Yeah.
The Banyulun Kolle for let Hanibi, it'll mean him Adam Maro Fengal Yaya Darboe. We will buy it.
In fact, it all Banyulun Kolle.
Exactly. So they are doing it for political expedience. Yeah. He's not perfect.
Yeah.
Nobody's perfect.
No one is perfect.
But now Kokon Ninke, Isalum Kakangania Senegale.
Yeah.
He has no sinister, reasons to do things that he does. Yeah. You understand? So look, the La family, the La family. My dad has, a Wolof wife, Mandinka wife, and a Fula wife. The farmer, he was a politician, National Assembly member from Fuladu. And the majority of our support at that time, Bansang, of course, Mandinkol is here now Mandinkol, monkey majority in Bansang, Surwal ni Fulol ni Mandinkol Bele. But most of our support come from the Fula community. The Fula started member around. So how can we have any iota of dislike or hatred, for any other tribe? In
fact, a program of Kumfa or new segment all the time, right? Because you're damn footing and in Mboge, I think Mboge, start careful. Barrow is very divisive. You take off on analysis all the time, and it's not hard for anybody to see that Barrow is divisive. Barrow I started over but I listened to it a little bit. In fact, he's starting to refer to UDP as xenophobic. That's very strong. Ako ni election on nyatile menna modo le fanke ko itoleta mo bankoti ika modo brand school mo luntango leti. Ako so this election is a choice between Gambian owning those xenophobic people. So Barobe very nasty political play in Gambia right now. I never State House kunu ko moli e fanke ko itoleta mo bankoti. In fact, itole amere itole 40. Itole nyindol wol man long. So he is playing on the minds of people. Ne moment man Baro read as a model sway knowledge. So I've been in politics because like Mboge said, Baro te debate on policies. Baro boka policy for boka agriculture for boka health for boka COVID for. There's issues of the security. Baro boka diamo national security ramifications and all that. Boka diamo all that. But then so yamera let me
just come here. Gambian, and this is not for lack of probably lack of better word. Gambian only UDP London. If somebody is deceiving here, Barrow is the one who is deceiving them.
Exactly.
Because UDP la track record. We will keep going over that over and over. You understand it? UDP la lota nyim banko for 25 years this year, this month. You understand it? So funny misal fe akadiamu menni wolu fana no manke molu comme mol mena alon ko e ka kolu jube. But ndanga muda ko nim baro diamra momo about UDP ida mo hakili mati ida nyanta ku ko den te kono ida nyanta lonna la ko baro ko kuma kensa oda male fo tonya especially need ko moye ko because niaje kairo sabade da banko kan for 20 something years alta kola UDP le asabu wallahi se won sanyum fo entanga lunnu je lunnu Gambia sita asi ku jaw basike no Gambia la me alon ko ani binsa simbe ako ba alata kola nga jato ka kendo men soto alon ani barola o kada ya alta ani barola nyum masa kuna ko no wolelo kaga lolu barona la molbe kula kala me alon ko ase UDP ko lu kamfa uselo mo mole de mo me alon ko adaji kata ay loi bunya yena ko mole akani membe for them is coming out for nyame from the start. Barrow is very very desperate. Very desperate. Yeah, maningo ga mena ko nimba de unta ka kindirole ki. Alors Barrow lo stage le tote. Wallahi be kumo bele fola. Ngo ni aja ka follow fa man ta follow bo salati bari. Before that, I say, what about this and that? Kasi say, oh, fa, ka, tala, akomole ko, nisusubole. He did that.
Wow.
This guy will do anything. Say, I'm telling you. So wow. I think Gamero Linyanta Baro realize la 4 ways. I bet division of men in la banko kang ni ala sonda be donko la ko laka. O banko e duale soto. Yana ko male. Banko nye duale soto. Adu akadiamu mene wala hakilo warata atati. Wallahi. Ayamuta ko akadiamu dinde wallahi. Bari adiamu da mene wo bemoto. Wala hakilo warata ati. Ulisa sitino ya ila hakilo lale. Wallahi billahi nta para ko itamal. They will not fall for it. They will not fall. Barrow is going to fall flat on his face. Look, we have done what we can for this guy. From poverty, from nowhere. Out of the blue, wallahi, Barrow nyanta, he need to luolu na wulta nyanta. Hani gambe Barrow manyana kuma jawo fola gambe din kilima. He should not have.
Yeah.
Atanyante wulta luolu atanyanta ala tentula la ayante tu gambe lolo.
Yeah.
You understand that? But kabra sita ni bide man come ya memfo. Ita na moy Barrow mo jumala tentu.
Abuka moje ate everything akafatela yake.
Yeah, ngaje wolu no hani wasa jana ko I have to say this. Ako atena New York wado men na wulka boratela ndeysaan. Nyaje Barrow be titara la UDP la fata be kala mansati. Wallahi amalo wasa jana nyolle wasabu.
Yeah.
Ya wasa jana nyolle bute ye ko be kela. Wala le pati onyi sustain. Nimbia kanasi ako ate mawo jono fo ate kana ti akate ka wole tinya dunia tema ndeysaan. You know, just say this is really beyond politics, man.
No, it's crazy.
You know,
But we can just repeat ourselves over and over for very, very good reasons. Balo are desperate. So desperation all about when they can kuma be fola to paint UDP in a very negative light. After all, to win people. So that's all he can do. But it's very, very sad. So Simon Mengalazarong, we've been here like broadcast 3 hours. I've been here 3 hours, 21 minutes. Been our program will wrap up right now. Thank you. Laughter Menkalare. Call us all. Some people want to call in. We will take 2 or 3 questions at most. If you have questions for either Mboge or Yaya, you can call in right now. Then try to make your questions brief and precise, or not. I'll have to comment. You can call in. Some people wanted to call in to comment. So the lines are open. I'll take a maximum of at least 3 questions right now, and then we'll try to have another program like this later on. So Baro can say the floodgates are open. Lala. So if people want to call in, you can call in right now. In the meantime, I will just give opportunity to Yaya Nata after Sarodila. You have you want to say last word on this program right now. Then you know, call us so that again I will interject. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, nte lafta mimpala rola mo is time puru falindro ke Gambia. Nga 22 years of ya jamme kele be nga jele we ming you know hulu mole banko kang TRRC nimma long nung sa yalo ne thanks to TRRC. You understand? So baro finansi da saying you know almost 5 years saying the same ni toro Kolmang sono ya kolbe kolear in banko kang, so it's time for another change. Nga ya jame bondile, ya jame bondo wale koleata baro bondoti.
Yeah.
We have no reason why the baro bondla bao. I think the consensus is that baro mantara work come for the interest of Gambia. Kolmang sono ya kol koleata. Let's get him out of there and bring somebody else in there, and Ngamin Trust will do better than him. No fanamaka nyama. Oh, you know, then you know we'll have another chance in 5 years. So for me, that party is UDP under the leadership of Yaya Darboe. I really believe that UDP is ready after 25 years of struggle. in the interest of Gambia and Gambian people. I don't think anybody can deny that UDP la struggle okay wallet. So me struggle okay. Is it doubt no ala quota honeybee? They are not perfect, but I think it's high time a chance be given to the party to prove itself. Nieme from proof. In 5 years, we'll have another chance to replace them with somebody else.
Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, hold on. We have Seni Sise, Kansas. Seni Sise, member Kansas. I think he also contributed. Seni? Enimbara.
Maybe I am not saying it or not causing not elder brother.
Number.
You know, contribute like I have for the one no you. But I borrow it, I come on bill for about and then you know, Yaya Lavanda Sambal Hotel to Kalandi Woto. You know, you know, maybe within la family, within Mandaki Banyumpo, and then Madiamo, the family of Diamo within a long time. But was working on Benyami. That place has always been an open place for many decades. Jamindel Guluda, Moke Guluda, Korabunda, you know, let alone Movialon, Overon Kang UDP La Koto, Puruka, you know, UDP Win La Nyami, Banko, Kang, Wena, and Bansang, within that was spoken. You know, will pipe. Yeah, and then the Malago and Abaring will fall Mankani, will Manhani Molia, Mbada, one in Yala, Alamoni, Ajari. You know, no point in a Tibon Kankapo, but over in Kekabe, 2 points that use Kampurga Mondivar, well, a religion and in tribe. And while a young Yamwaka coded language that the Purga Manding will attack.
Yeah.
It's about time you manga Purga Mandika Pumanari, well, like a tribe Punat Nakachako. But it's about time we use Baro Fowler own tactics to confront Baro directly, head on. Politics of Yin and the Aninga Benkin, a bit of point at a sign.
Yeah.
They, you know, moment in the London and the politics score, but this is personal for every Gambian. We are you mean well for your country. But I don't bold the sign.
Yeah.
Loyada would come bitale, or threshold that the Kapu Prada Kuyakan, who say look at a long time.
Yeah.
Arab Canada, a family Canada, those that know the family, they know Mulbe Pansa long, they will long, Yalno Canada and all family bay. So it's about Gambia sign. Mobile law, I mean in a personal, in a traditional or whatever heritage now protect. But when the Bible can Yami have a Sangara come Baba Niman take never on Yaja Melody, Yaja Menatala over Baroda. I'm telling you, honest. Barolondi, Yaja Melondi, one day I'm walking in shoes, Nimbe safe, Yaja Melody, because Yaja Memambo Molcon, but Baroba Molfon the Colosseum. Everybody sweat, Yella, Tarol need a film when the Kanyike Otaka singing in blood. Second, you Alfale, but I'm in Kenyan Kunto, more be a quarrel. Borokan as ya golden thing be a very to pull like a beer bank. Language the kick and commanding all name. I've been in secret on Kumpadilla.
Yeah.
If you want to get a politics, then will say Kumbalo, Wopenke, the other guy in Busanwo, and then the rest of their team, they have nothing else.
Yeah.
I was talking to somebody very close to the corridor. You can have full aside on the map on the Manding Cole Alphon. Not so the you're Manding Cole Alcinda Alpunka. That's what the whole propagate Banco Kanji.
Very sad.
He succeeded almost halfway.
Yeah.
The new floor level, and then a flat on will coming as to one when Yaninka. That is my elder bro. Our player will tell would they would in the Lacabio baby in Kansabo being with us in Atom. But I mean, we are in Natica Banco and we are Mialonco. I'm on some black or any more man will mass bullet in Alaje. But all of course, is beyond. I mean, after that, any moment in Mawuli, this has to be everybody's individual, you know, taste to it. This guy get out of that place in December.
Yeah, Abaraga Seni, thank you. Thank you, Seni. Brilliant point. A lot of people agree with you or your point. Thank you. Very good contribution. Thank you so much. Thank you, Seni. Abaraga. Sister Menkala for your call, Kela. I think Tisco. Please, the number is there. Shorty, the code number is UK +44. Tisco Black Beauty Tour. You definitely want to call in. Try and call in right now. I've got people calling in. Mr. Mane call Kela right now, so I will take one female caller to also at least contribute right now. So, Mr. Mane, my different call come from London. Call back. I definitely love to do then Yeah, nyomin ko bismillah. Ila jarang ka alfa fla be jande. So Jumambo. Ebe juma do Jumambo.
Sedli korokel diamo bedara bake la contribution of mashallah bedara bake and it's good to get these people on the platform time and time.
Yeah.
Kuru cool min yalong ko ndol dinde on min long
Yeah, cool shenayande.
Yes. Adama la kumba fola janna fajani election wa fa molta banna fola.
Yeah.
Yaje ni almamol fonga e kumandi min nan tanga mira comme ñing division of be in the religion pour kana ka diamu woli diamu
dafa wala mira lu fa
musa boto mi yawon ndiroke kaje ko problem be islam kunda ay bang islam o ke clienti banko di wala ke clienti but Adama is a type of person he has no regard for any Gambian. Adama ningo mi matla interested la palanso, that's all he is fighting for. Not for anything else. Because being alone me caring Islam kundato. But what Islam kundato abe intensify kan say ni musa boto idiamo minke as a fitna ba
as a fitna banana no Gambia phone.
Ni warata back phone. Adama I mean for who had him say anything? Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
But he is protecting him.
Yes. So this is a great concern. Adam has no regard to that. So ntenga mira nyimol minitata je coming alka coming nimman sakunda ye mansa ye commandi katake danko ala mandin ko ikabalang ikumandi kuola bari kumandi ba ikabala wala ikili kumo ikabala wala bari ikili ba maybe ikabala wala so you know tumare tata je la moy bari mo be yalon gamya ko mi abenyamin amantran moving Adam la ko man get 20 years ago the science and problem anything that happened we all know it yes so obviously he cannot rap us and now ku sambana mi anan kaman bete adu in send me mbota diamo la very valid points all level but in front of me ni alon ko no points all jenye long adu metba budu na mon de Gambia be we take our phones and
call.
It's not the correct thing. Yes.
You're right. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Mani. I will take the last caller. Then guess all play. I think somebody's calling from Gambia. Not different. There's a caller from Gambia. I will definitely call that person. Ningo Tari. Then we will wrap up the show. Thank you to all everybody listening. Yeah, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. Sedili.
Inembara muso etodi ma.
Ntalon kidalon. Barina Facebook Disco Black Beauty.
Okay, yeah, they left a call kelano. Yeah, glad to have you.
They left a call kela. They finally left a contribute about Adam ala ni senko mi atako ko. Bidi data bansa ma ladi. Nde Adama la to nde data from bara fo kaburu ko ndije adun dabo kunda bre Afrika da jaye la magis lord le adu ala todo ala fenko konvoyo mojama ye la suole kono dabo kunda yaje mol su kono dingol fal funtite la bungol kono le ye laje yaje nde mama bi yaron kani mo bukela wolu ngani mo le la ranka Adama la to anyon to ko le yari ma soto birin nte kolti godati mol da to la konko ka mol mutasilo kanne do mor buka soto mtella kam global na posol kono nte no mbitala na anti sera dabo en dan fo badal ay ko do sika $1,000 sa ko ko ninka fifam
wow
ko do man desi merci lo kan ngana broda ko mbam ka ko do because ke kanol ben noma e buka do moro fanke ndele kam global na poso ngado moro sa ngadi le do moro ke mbe dunna ban san kono lumena ngon ko ke suo kono because mbe tambi kan kada base ko e simo tabini wo simo nde futa base bada ngalo ndi tumo minna boy sol jurumata kido fa nde fa mi ye akoman puri yata binye ma do mono billah wala Adama is very ungrateful
very ungrateful
Adama bondi nimma adama bondi de nimisalal mole bata min ngende wala ni adama ko mama tan kakkan fa because nga bata min kala to
wallahi
min para jante man la bun ko non kala gele gele le nyaato mol bi je nimil sa tay mon sedo wala gele gele le kono fondunda kombo kono ja
wow
min fawto na suwo kono malla no la ranka because na min to la bat dubule la yudi min to wat yaji ni la jam fa follow a junale yendo yo dabo kunda family to ya junale isi dala ko tege ko dabo kunda family bu man tari tol support ka wolga ay sa touré le support kuma jama wala fota
wallahi
ngama is high time now da kunda ko tol fana nga funti nga diamu yes because that adama doron na den tol fana lal adun se do le den tol fana la million ko isi ibi janne ya jele bintamlita ndeni ma adama njuso ka kandi bakele mukala fika dia mukalla moya ala fa
ala diamo they are very annoying
ngabata min kala ko anin aka ma nyame billahi wallahi tallahi akandi min bakele
bari magati bayo momuneti watajo momuneti kateo kesol ye use December ngabondi yeah abaraka tira. Thank you for setting the record straight. Thank you. Okay, kola so la baraka. So thank you Mr. Mane, thank you Seni and sister Kendall in the Gambia. So I'm mina minekala opportunity the Yaya and Mboge Saidykhan and the program will wrap up. It's been a very good program. I think we all learn a lot of things here, and we'll continue this with this. Occasionally, we'll have this panel here, and just to address issues. So, Yaya, you want to give your conclude, then Madam Mboge.
Okay, so I'll continue from where I left off. Giving a chance to UDP. Coming up in 25 years of struggle, to liberate Gambia. It took a long time, a lot of blood and sweat, heartache, stress and everything, but we did. Gambians did. After 2 years of brutal dictatorship. So, Kadama Barobandi should not be hard. It should be easier because we can song by slow doom. Wala na auto koleata. Adam baro janabe sulo dunna alinga bonije because this is more ko he is not fit to the Gambia. Amo interest soto je, mo intellect soto je, amo soto je. Alinga boni do kiyeto alinga chance UDP is a democratic party. I can say nganyim for Nadia Mododo before. UDP can say with my hand up, and Kafoko is the most democratic party in internal democracy. I can work like UDP. The UDP is okay, no, within the party itself. I don't see why they cannot make sure that democracy works for the country. I understand. It's a very diverse party. Notwithstanding the Kalafi Mimwe Yaja, starting with Yaja Melafenko Fubaro Nalamolte, UDP is not a Mandinka party. UDP has everybody, every sector of Gambia, every tribe of the Gambia available UDP for. UDP la deputy party leader through all of them. We have executives, Milmu Surualdi, Milmu Fuloldi, Milmu Jolaldi. Everything we have, every type of representative.
National president municipality.
Exactly. So we are proud of that, and we celebrate that. We are a diverse party, and we are very inclusive. You understand. And the other thing is that we have programs and policies. They have been exposed everywhere. For all this time. UDP more than there's anybody here who has any better, plan, for the Gambia than UDP. Adam Barokal, National Development Planning and stuff like that. It was done with, from Amarisani at the helm. Amarisani at the helm. So, if we can do that, as ministers, what can we do if we are leading the country? You can do even better. You understand? And I guarantee you, I am pretty sure Adama did not contribute one sentence in that national development plan because he has no interest in that. If you get president, you don't have right, but you should have ideas. You should have big ideas for your country. You should have big ambitions for your country. This guy has no ambition for Gambia. You understand? UDP is not that type of party. The new stroke lokela, the more far, in the more strong, in the poor big and the more Gambian call is sofata. All these years, all of a sudden, you banko nyatum kaya dialla, alena yo squander. That will not happen. That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there are people in every organization, big organization UDP, you know, and as we found out, you know, along the year, you know, you understand? We don't bury more betul and more betul by make sure that they don't take over the government.
Yeah.
There's not going to be no state capture in UDP. It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So let them think about the future of the Gambia. Benga kafunyoma, nambulo kafunyoma, nganna pankota na rescue. And I really sincerely believe that UDP is in the best position, a better position to do that for Gambia in 4 months' time than any other party out there today. Allah baraka bake, and really appreciate, you know, the time you gave us, you know, to come and our people.
Pleasure. We have to use our mediums to debunk Barolaning wayward utterances. I can remember for the mail, they are very disappointing. But thank you for your time as well. Definitely thank you for your time to your time moment Bantaba. I really appreciate it. But again, normally traditional UDP call is happy birthday. Today is Zainab Ghanib birthday today. Zainab, happy birthday. I should have done that at the beginning of the program. Zainab and also Aisha Singate, member UK young, at the Fanam Dilala birthday, but Ninata at the beginning, bring a single control Ninata, but happy birthday to you both. Zainab Ghanib and Aisha Singate, they are very, very good, strong, bona fide UDP members. They are doing fantastic job, both of them. So Sam Boji say Blari Fane Sarodi.
Thank you, Sewa. You know, let me just extend happy birthday wishes to Zainab. You know, Ngai is the chair for the fundraising committee of the party. You know, wish her all the best. You know, in the future. But you know, I cannot conclude without thanking the diaspora. Maybe I understand. And this is from the bottom of my heart. Na diaspora chapter solo anila leadership maybe. Nenkom bebe to for abudo manyana malawi ka dol to for kanyana dol because in Siana ba kala sai yalo commando dole ne ngari member ni adamala meeting dolem dole kay ko akay ko ya ajube kabri nyeke presidential candidate do drone to bondro sai diaspora fele siat wado ngamera gasle la tanka you know, but say dogo. You know, but yeah, I'm very, very grateful, you know, for the trust and confidence they have in me. And me tend to like belonging men party or anim banco. You know, mtakumo be for la jang. But in water kono, you know, the fundraising drive is really paying off. You know, banco molo in the diaspora, banco tingol men be diaspora. So the UDP diaspora, ila katafu. Maybe we wrap up everything and ngafo. But I'm really grateful and from the leadership to the last month are all happy and proud of what they are doing, and let us continue to do so. To everybody, you know, we are in this together, and this is our fight. This is our fight. Most especially Gambian all men be diaspora. Ni montola la keloti de ni manke in kebalu men be soko no wol manke wala kelot. Ntola la kelo munin. So ngante ositi nganna banko bondi. And let us take this opportunity. Momo, come and yell, Mamo, Momo, Molebable Soko. Let us call these people. Baro expose to them. Baro Balafandaya Menabe Tinyaro Mena Banko can let them all know Banko Molia along. Let us engage our people. You know, we keep engaging them. Because like I said, this is our fight. You know, and until we cross the line, we have to keep up, you know, doing what we are doing. But I'm very, very, very grateful for the UDP diaspora. You know, and in terms of their resources, I think ideas many along the bank contribute can Fatioto. Particularly among sort of mayor was
Yeah, definitely.
Basically, they are the engine running that party right now.
Yeah.
That is just the hard fact. You know, I don't you know, because in this COVID situation, chapter Asiata. Dolbeje wol fangolo la bunjol fangolo probably ka wol kunto yakeje. Obemu banku kanole so foke tentu doron ke jay bari fanan banku di yamu ñinati. Yeah, understand it. We live in, you know, the Western world. We see how things are happening here. Yeah. You know, so let's keep up that good fight. Yeah. You know, the other thing is, you know, but I'll come back to it. Yeah. Banko molu nyanta jubela na nyaton ko mun daji kasi fale bala. Yeah. Ye daji ko banko molu ka nyaton ko ka banko molu jubela nyaton ko la nale nyaton ka kendo soto e ko ala molu kende ala ba nale nyaton ka kurmo soto fanan alla nyaton ko ko banko molu kuriya. So basically mbewo situation la to. We have a bad leadership and we need to change it. But we can only do it through unity of purpose. Yeah, we have to be very, very, you know, much cognizant of that fact. Alone, we have to be united. And you know, sometimes, you know, opinion will differ on issues. But let us all realize what brings us together is far more greater than what divides us. Yeah, I understand. Especially us in the diaspora and us in the UDP. Ngaje, you know, for all the time. Niaje party yinda for 25 years we now will celebrate this month. Niaje wokenota. You know, mole nganji nyoe. Ya understand. Nganyo bunya, nganyo la kangobato. Ya understand. Amange komen kontebe kumomem folete always wolebe diala. Yeah. Ombe ko men kala wala be diala bari ka jube bu kante jube ika pati wala jube. Yeah. And ninga wolu mutanno mbulu la we will go far. And we become the niaje mobe be kiliare UDP la this is it. Nga kalomen bebe no matenga manga ko kotati. Ya lo na what we are capable of doing. Bari butu meye sila wala mun nanyin kafo. Ya understand. Adu nyin kafo nyanta fananga wala mun tolla mutatati. You understand it? Let us not allow anybody, I mean anybody, divide us for his or her selfish interest. You understand? UDP, you touch one, touch all. So never want to touch one, touch all. Let us focus. This is our battle to lose. You understand? Yes, this is our battle to lose. I don't cannot relent. Yes, being no. Politico is everyday thing. Alkanyin domando yera telephone da more calls who goes a long way. Yeah. You know, and so I don't also I'm appealing again, you know, to the entire diaspora. Momo ninkambe dingola mutebe bantala. Yalo nako banko nyinkata nyameng amukata ku. So semuneke no ka banko bondije. Yeah. You know, you as UDP mankela first choice of political party. Yeah. But what is a fact that nobody can refute is that UDP right now is the biggest political party in the Gambia. The more changing that in the Gambia is going to be UDP. So Kafuma, come here for Nyame. Kafuma, UDP has been in this for 25 years. Just give us 5 years. The market no Anyama. And the ball bonijale modo natinang. Exactly. But in Canada, just because it is called Nola. you know, mfana kafula nyama yake. Ya understand? Nkana so wala womu ninku mufanja no le mfanja wo yale moti. Ode banko na fa.
Ndeda soto la bari malafi kari fana ya soto.
Yo kari fana ya soto. It seems like that is what is happening.
Yeah.
You understand? In most circles that is but let us see the bigger picture, and the bigger picture is Gambia, nothing else. For any other reason, you know, tribe or whatever,
yeah,
you understand it.
Yeah.
You know, so I want to thank you. Thank all the listeners for tuning in.
Thank you, Mboge.
You know, yeah. So I told Mume, you know, you've really raised the bar high.
Yeah.
For UDP. I told platform Olembang, UDP TV and Media Lembang, and other platform like I used to say, you know, niaje mfurata nyinto, niaje baro mankurumbasi, alata kola tolu. You understand that? Because of Allah ni message nying, wone ka du molla ale mol kunendi, fom furata mbebe meno, niaje baro mankuruno molla gameno la, alata kola tolem. So keep up the good job. You understand that? Ngalong ko alfanano sometimes, you know, things will come your way, me along ko among all satisfy la. But let us be patient.
Yeah.
You understand it?
Yeah.
Hakolu boy indi nyoye. You know, nyoya up to, you know, to
inshallah. We are almost there, Mboge. We are almost there.
Inshallah, yeah.
So Abaraka, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Yaya. Thank you to you both. Thank you.
All right.
Okay, so we will wrap up the show right now for Wednesday, inshallah. We'll be back with the Political Perspective show. So two important guests today. Katal Mengere, they're very, very useful. So I told Fanan Muktem to Talati Lamoy Lalo because Natal Bokal Lamoy platform or the Sotola, Natal Bokanajang platform or the Sotola. So until Wednesday, like what I said, in respect of the Molmen Banta, Alaji Yankuba Drame, you know, Ibo Town, and you know, Maria Kujabi, Nealonko, na UDP in Kaba in Nottingham, Walamuso Banta Jankununko, yeah, Adam La Uncle Banta. So all these people, Meduale Korengalama Savante for the morning, Kavorokele Bay, Kasama Conte La Molia. So I will sign up with the Holy Quran to play for the disease, and then we'll just take it from there until Wednesday. Allah Baraka Bagay. So that's me off the screen.
Thank you.
Allah Baraka. Thank you, Yaya.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Allah Baraka.
الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين آمين ألف لام ميم تنزيل الكتاب لا ريب فيه من رب العالمين أم يقولون افتراه بل هو الحق من ربك لتنذر قوما ما أتاهم من نذير من قبلك لعلهم يهتدون الله الذي خلق السماوات والأرض وما بينهما في 6 أيام ثم استوى على العرش ما لكم من دونه من ولي ولا شفيع أفلا تتذكرون يدبر الأمر من السماء إلى الأرض ثم يعرج إليه في يوم كان مقداره 1000 سنة مما تعدون ذلك عالم الغيب والشهادة العزيز الرحيم الذي أحسن كل شيء خلقه وبدأ خلقه